Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's the deal? Pickles, is everything kosher? You are tuned in here to the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. You already know the vibes. It's Rumboyz After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, the most real, raw, uncut show in the entire sports industry. Like, I really don't think there's anyone that's willing to push the envelope as much as we are. We're here to get you guys set. It is Super Wild Card Weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say it again, Super Wild Card Weekend. But before we get into the cast and crew, I do have a message for you from my 32-bit crew. Go ahead and check this out. We have a playoff challenge for you. Link is in the description, but check out this video to see what prizes we're giving away. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie representing 32-bit. Right now, we have the Prestige Sports Memorabilia NFL Playoff Challenge going down. Use the link below and message my homie Hoos and let him know that you want in. Send that payment over. We have prizes featuring from Kill Bill, Back to the Future, and my favorite, Star Wars. You guys can get in today and win some of these awesome prizes whenever you enter. Look forward to seeing you there. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. To the whole Vibe Tribe. What it do? Dilly dilly. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Our NFL Playoff Challenge. If you want to compete against the Rumboyz, if you want to compete against our homies over at NFL Network, you are able to do so just by clicking the link in the description section. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. This show is brought to you by monkeyknifefight.com. If you have not already, get on over to monkeyknifefight.com. That is promo code Rumboyz, where my team and I, we're going to go ahead and match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. Get on over there, monkeyknifefight.com. Promo code Rumboyz. Daily fantasy props. I have an article dropping Monday, Rum Day night. Make sure you guys get on over there. Utilize our promo code. Also, this show is brought to you by the SportsMe app. If you have not already, available on Android and iOS. I know it's a little bit hard to see in that top corner. Download the SportsMe app. Link is in the description. Debate us on any of the topics that you see going down here. We may or may not have some exclusives popping off for y'all over there as well. Get on over there. Dilly dilly. Without further ado, let's get into the cast and crew. You know how we do. Ladies and gentlemen, you see him here every damn broadcast here with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. He is also a member of Going for Two. Give it up for Drop the Mic, FF.
What's up, Robbie? I can't wait for this night. I'm going to drink early.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bring the rest on.
YKTV, you know the vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, he is spitting it in his terms. You guys can catch him over there with the Fantasy Pros. It's your boy Herms.
There you go. That's.
I was not ready. Ready.
I thought about trying to come up with something witty, but then I was like, let's just make a really violently strange sound with the kazoo.
It sounded like fucking Mumble from Happy Feet,
there you go.
killing
there
over.
You go.
You know,
there you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, off the hizzy, taking it to the hizzy. Check out his podcast. Give it up. It's the boy Justin.
Appreciate the friendly intro, sir. Appreciate having me here. Ready to get into it.
Hell yeah. Really
excited
quick,
for this weekend.
There's a lot of DMV on this panel so far. So, like, I'm enjoying that. I like that. Shout out DC, baby. Shout out Maryland, shout out Virginia.
Me and Herms are going to join a bowling league.
Do it. Yo,
I'm down to clown. I love bowling. Wow.
That'd be content that I'd pay for. Like, that'd be content that I'd for real pay for.
I have to work on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is so heroic. He is representing Overtime Heroics. Give it up for Dave Gillespie.
There we go. Hey, glad to be on. If that wasn't the greatest intro in the world for me ever, I don't know what the fuck could be. That was sensational. So.
It would have been better if I had not fucked up, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey, you redeemed yourself in the end, man. I love the energy. You're golden, man.
Hey, we got one more to bring up for you guys. We will have guests popping in and out throughout the show, and I'll bring them up, as you already know, as we go. Hey, he's a good old boy. Give it up for Derek, representing the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast.
Alrighty, good to be here. Thanks for having me. Can't wait to get this thing popped off and going. It's I was looking at Show Doc. I'm in for an exciting time. I can tell you that.
Dude, yeah. I mean, by the way, I also got to add in there during your bio and during your intro. My coworker over on the marketing team for SportsMe.
SportsMe, it sports you.
Dilly. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Tria, I see you. What's up? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to hit that share button and also post to all social media. Raj, don't ever use my freaking government name again. I'm gonna fuck you up. But yes, I'll get you the link. I'll get you the link once I get into reading the first topic. I'll have you up here. Smoke Show. It's the Smoke Show. What's up, Smokey Hell NFL?
Smokey.
Havoc, what's up? What's up? Serious lack of kazoo in the world. Yes, we need more kazoo players.
I agree with that.
Avenge Nerd, what's up, Mike? What's up, Mike? Hell yes, we got a whole lot of greatness popping off and a whole lot more that's going to be happening tonight. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly. If you got them, drink them. If you got them, smoke them. Let's go. First topic tonight. Why are people like Facebook messaging me? That's kind of fucking weird. First topic of the night. For all the viewers at home, by the way, if you guys at home, I kind of compel you during this to pick apart everyone's takes, figure out who you like, who you dislike. In terms of what we're about to spit to you guys, we're just gonna run through we're gonna build you guys a touchdown score parlay card for all 6 games on this slate. All right, Mike, go ahead, kick us off. What are your 6 guys? Give us 1 player per game, per matchup that you feel these guys need to lock in on either DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever they play on.
So I'm going off DraftKings, and I just want to say that I'm doing this partly on odds on good odds, and also just hits. So there's a mix of pluses and a mix of minuses. So in the Cincy game, I am going Jamar Chase at plus 100. In the New England game, I am going Josh Allen at plus 160. In the Cowboys game, I am going minus 115 Deebo Samuel. Sorry, Herms, I am going Travis Kelce at minus 120. I am going Rob Gronkowski at plus 100. And I am going Sony Michel at plus 105. That parlay card is at plus 7,207.
Plus 7,207. Okay, you mind dropping that in the chat for everyone and dropping your names. That way I can put it up here on the screen for everyone at home. It's associated with your name, in the YouTube chat. So they're like boom, boom, boom. I want to for this exercise for you guys at home. I want to be able to not only for us to verbally give you guys advice and give you guys what we're thinking, but I want to be able to visually, be able to provide some visual aid. So guys, if you don't mind, dropping some names, whatever, dropping your list. And that way, they see whose name is associated with what. And then also they can subscribe to your YouTube channels. Haha. See what I did there?
Cross promotion.
Yep. That way I'm helping you guys get some followers as well. Mike, that was at plus one what?
7,207.
7,207. Okay, some damn good odds for Mike's card that he's going to drop here on screen. Terms. Your terms.
I am good at a few things. Redraft, I got you. I'm your boy. You want to ask me some dynasty questions? Hell yeah, I'm your guy. I'm pretty good at breaking down some like film and tape and stuff for running backs. So if you got questions about the incoming rookie class, I've got you covered. This shit, not a clue.
Hey,
total 180.
I literally told y'all we gonna keep it real. It's raw, it's uncut, so Hey, I like it. I like it, Mike. If you want, just put them all in one chat. Just put them all.
I'm
in
going.
one
No,
chat.
I messed up.
Okay,
I'm doing
yeah.
it again.
No,
I'm
no,
doing it
all
again.
good. All good.
Yeah, it's like there's a reason I've made it this far, but it has nothing to do with betting. Like, just nothing at all.
The one thing that you don't do in this industry is fake it till you make it. Know what you know. Talk what you talk your shit. And be excellent at that shit. A visionary like, yo, that hurts. You're a legend. Like,
Yeah,
legendary
there you
as fuck.
Honesty. Woohoo!
Justin, what you got, bro? I know that you and I were talking, and it sounds like you had something hours built before the show sheet was even released. Take him to the hizzy.
So I am a gambling aficionado, or degenerate, I think is just the healthy term. When you come to terms with what you really are. I just popped it in the chat here, so if you want to throw it up on the screen, I got Joe Mixon at -167. He recorded 2 touchdowns up against the Raiders their last go around. 30 rushing attempts, 123 yards. Should be very in play this weekend. Josh Allen led the team in rushing yards the last 2 times they played the Patriots. He's at +150. Jalen Hurts, he's at +200. He had 2 rushing touchdowns up against the Bucs in Week 6. I like the upside there. Debo, absolute touchdown machine, -111. Has 15 total touchdowns on the year. He could run one in, pass one in, catch one in, whatever. Darrell Williams, we got CEH out this week. He's at +100. And Cooper Kupp leads the league in receiving touchdowns with 16 at -167. So that's paying +7,195, 7,195. $10 gets you $729. Let's go.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Here
100 to get you like 7,300.
Ooh, talking to the big ballers out there. I like it. I like it.
Mhm.
And I'm putting up Mike's again really quick. Again, he has Chase at
Let's go.
+100.
I like these.
Josh Allen +160. Debo -115. Kelsey -120. Gronk plus 100. Sonny Michel +105. I really, really like that. And what I like about and I just want to go over both you guys' builds really quick, if you don't mind, before we get into yours, David. That also gives you time to type up your comment as well. What I like about your build here first, Mike, is you're picking very strategic underdogs in this, which is what is helping build you the better odds in the long run, or the bigger odds in the long run. I don't know if I would have went with the 2, actually in my build personally, like when I put mine up, I'll probably have two favorites in there. But I like this build because you're maximizing your output. I feel like, Justin, with your build, I feel like it's definitely a half and half, with a little bit more so going towards some favorites. Super obvious, but what's great that's happening here is that you're going with what I feel like is that what your gut is automatically telling you. There is no way that off a first look looking at these games, none of these players stand out to you as like yes. So that's what I like about your build. It feels like this one was, guys, this is just what I'm feeling here. This is where I'm going. And this is what I'm pushing, and this is what I'm recommending to you guys. It may seem safe. Some people are going to hate this type of build. I personally like this type of build because of how much chalk is involved.
But
and I have two.
A lot.
Well, Derek got Debo at +100. Where did you get that at?
BetMGM.
BetMGM. Damn, that's awesome. Those I kind of like his odds more. I mean, I don't love Mixon at -200, but I mean, fuck, Debo at +100. I just grab that on my own just to make a couple bucks.
Yeah, no, I like that. Like it's like kind of like a standalone. And if you guys are smart at home, you'll take a look at some of these. I'll put yours up in a second here. You'll take a look at some of these, and you can try and nitpick and then build your own with different panelists' observations. David, what you rocking with, bro?
Well, so I might take a page out of Herms's book and just not go with any betting advice, because I have basically like just as much understanding of like gambling and sports betting as like someone who's lobotomized. So I think I'm honestly just gonna go with just predictions of who's gonna win and players you need to watch out for. So I've got Cincy coming away over against the Raiders. I've got New England coming away with and Cincy, the guy to watch out for, I would probably say is Jamar Chase. I think he's going to ball out against this. Actually, I'm going to go with Joe Mixon because that front seven of the Raiders kind of worries me.
Yeah, Joe Mixon, Robbie. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
your guy,
he's super underrated, by the way.
Joe
I don't think the guy gets enough respect.
All right, so I'm taking Mixon off because we all love Mixon too much.
Yeah, he's
you've all scared me away now.
Even despite their O-line issues. But the Patriots and Bills, I've got out of that one, I'm going to say Damian Harris. I think he's going to ball out once again in that one, with the Patriots coming away in that one. And then Buccaneers versus Philly, I got Bucks coming away. Rob Gronkowski, very comfortable, I think, up against that Eagles front seven. And then Dallas, I think, squeaks by in this one. Maybe leaning on a Dalton Schultz. I think is probably your safest bet to have a breakout game. KC versus Pittsburgh, Tyreek Hill all the way, KC all the way. My condolences, Herms. I know you're a Steelers fan. So. And then last but not least, LA versus Arizona. I got to go with the guy with Cooper. I got to go with the guy who's got the Triple Crown this year with Cooper Kupp, and the Rams take this one. So if you just wanted to make some bets on who's going to come away and who's going to have breakout performances, those are the guys I would lean on personally.
I like it. I like it. I like it. You're like, you know what? Like, fuck it. Like, you know what? Just run it. Like, I like that. Hey, hold up. Duh.
Hey,
Duh.
boy.
Don't know how.
Yay.
All right.
That is going all the way, though.
That deserves a donut hype from Matt. Deserves right out of the bottle.
Facts.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, I was about to say, yo, what I love about Matt, like, and I've said this before on previous broadcasts, homie's literally a channel member that still donates every single stream. I don't think that he's ever broken his streak. He's never broken his streak. Like he donos like every single time.
He did last Sunday. He did last Sunday.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever. I think he might. He has to have the longest streak actually in Rumboyz history.
Probably.
Yeah, he has the longest streak in Rumboyz history. That's fucking crazy. Okay, David, I like your take. Matt, appreciate that dono. You said Rum Squad, Big Ben going all the way. Okay. Hey, we're gonna break that down later in the show. So I mean, I hope that you stick around. I'm sure that you will. Derek.
All righty, so I'm gonna preface mine with the fact that I've been on a cooler for a while. Like, so I've been on a cold streak. So take this all with a massive grain of salt. One of two things is going to happen. We're either going to go on a massive heater right now with this thing, or we're going to go that cold streak continuing. You know, one of two outcomes here. But Joe Mixon, right? Like you said, he's been solid going through minus 200. Damian Harris, a guy that I don't know that we're going to see the ball thrown much over there in Buffalo, and that's a game that we're going to talk about here later as well. Mike Evans, right? Like the Bucks get in the red zone. Mike Evans is on 5 zone targets, 7 for 7, all 7 touchdowns this season. So lots of good stuff there. Debo, right? Like you're taking the value play, but he is plus money. I can't beat that. Kelsey, again, Patrick Mahomes' favorite target. And I think that one's going to, that one's probably going to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. So no waiting in that game. James Conner has been finding the end zone with regularity, 15 rushing touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns on the season. Like the dude just finds a way and has a nose for the end zone. The parlay on all of that's 55-88. So you got to like the fact that you got double digits on both the front and the back there. So, if nothing else, it's just a fun number.
No, I like that. I like that. And kind of what I was saying about Justice build, how like this is like definitely like
it's
go with your gut type of build. Yeah, but like me, I watch your show and I also work with you, and like so we also have a lot of conversations offline. This is a Derek Good Old Boys build.
You're not kidding.
Like this is the definition of some shit that you would do.
This is one that I've already got some money on for this weekend, so we'll see how it plays out.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like yo, like this is definitely representative of your style. These are all guys that you, out of these teams that are remaining in these playoffs, these are all guys that you've been high on. Like this, nothing is a shocker here when I look at this one. Raj, did you drop one in here or?
I just commented it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you want me to give it a second to load? I can give it a second to load if you want to kind of just start going into your take.
Ooh, I like.
Yeah. So
I
went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
go with the
sexy.
Zay
Oh,
Jones
it's sexy. Oh, it's about to
Yeah.
get sexy.
So Zay Jones, 18 targets over the last 2 games. He's
Hell yeah.
I think kind of just popped off as the WR1 in fucking I was about to say Oakland, Vegas.
Too sexy for
I was
your shirt.
I was fully about to put Foster Moreau on there at plus 450, but I didn't because I didn't want to be too much of a degen. So I just went with Zay Jones. I went Uzuma because plus 225 I think is pretty solid. Like it's I think probably my safest bet here. And I'm okay with it because he has been getting targets just about all season, especially in the red zone. So I'm cool with it. Antoine Wesley, I don't even know how to say his name. Antoine Wesley, 3 touchdowns over the last 4 games at plus 400. I love
Sneaky
it.
research, kid.
And then Dawson Knox hasn't got above plus 200 the whole season. So plus 240, I love the odds, and I just have to take it. That's literally it.
Okay, hear me out. I feel like with your build, with your build obviously is like whatever you're confident in, and this is clearly a whole research like thing because you're going all underdogs, but you have facts and you have bases that backs it up. This is what I call a big dick energy type of parlay. Like this man I don't like if this hits for you, Raj, like you would get paid out on the Canadian scale too. So like I mean you're gonna be making back like a even double up there in Ontario.
You get all that money and universal health care. I mean, come on. This is
And I do.
wow.
There we
Like,
go.
Yeah. No, this is honestly super representative of you and your takes, like going bold, going big, going home type of shit. Super like not chalk at all, but like this is the type of shit that you pull off. Like you're the same person that was like, what was that when you picked Jacksonville up against what was it Buffalo right?
and versus Indy both weeks.
And Buffalo and Indy. Yeah, you did it both weeks back to back. So I mean this is super your style, and I like it. Here's my build. I wanted to kind of go with a little bit of adversity in this. A lot of the players that I picked are all on teams for the most part that I feel are going to lose. With the exception of Josh Allen for the most part.
Herman's just shaking them right now.
The move is loose, baby.
I love it.
I'm gonna have to
He's
buy one
due.
of those shit.
And one of the things that you guys will find ironic about this build, 2 of the guys that are Rumboyz rookies that I interviewed back in 2019 are also on this build. Starting with Hunter Renfrow at plus 180. He has just been super consistent until that streak is broken, until he's not, catching these little simple dig routes and these little simple, curl routes right there for a 1-yard touchdown. Like I just got to rock with the guy at plus 180 odds. So I am going with Hunter Renfrow. There. We also got to go with, Josh Allen here, plus 160. I'm noticing a lot of Josh Allen in between everyone's takes. I don't think that this is a Devin Singletary type of rushing game, even though they could very well pull that off. But give me Josh Allen. The 3rd time this year they got to go up against New England to just be like, I'm Vanilla Vic, baby.
Singletary got one in their last game when they played them the Patriots, but that weather was better. But I'm still betting on Allen to be the guy in the red zone this week. So I hear you there.
Plus, the more he runs around, the warmer he gets to stay. In order to be, it's going to be cold.
And Allen led the team in rushing yards both games against the Patriots. So
gosh,
hey, he is Josh Allen, the Stallion. So we got to bet on Josh Allen, Vanilla Vic. Devontae Smith at plus 250. Like, if there is a touchdown that is going to come from Philly in the passing game in any sort of way, it'll probably be the Slim Reaper. His little skinny ass is like me out there. When you guys watch me in Canton, don't worry, tickets will be on sale soon. When you guys see me this year at the Fantasy Football Expo, at the celebrity game, at the Fantasy Football Analyst Celebrity Game, I'm letting you know now. I'll be looking a lot like at this plus 250 where you're gonna be like, there ain't no way he catch a touchdown, and I'm gonna have 2. Okay. I like Devontae Smith to go for 1 this week in this wild card matchup against the Bucs. There's no way that they're going to be able to just continuously run the ball. And it's Nick Sirianni as head coach. They're not running the ball anyways. They're running Jalen Hurts. Deebo Samuel.
And Jordan Howard.
Deebo Samuel, our second Rumboyz rookie here that we're going to feature. One of our 2019 guys. We're obviously going with Deebo. They are using him in a lot of different ways. Volume is king whenever a lot of us here that are fantasy analysts talk about volume and how volume is king, what's great about if you're a fantasy analyst, it's really easy to put together kind of some of these type of situations because it's kind of just you drafting a fantasy lineup in a way. The two are very native to each other, very, very native to each other. So we're going to go with Deebo Samuel. We're also going to go with Muth because Muth has been repetitive. Okay. Yes, you see Herms with the shirt.
You lose.
Here, let's go to single screen you. Let's single screen you really quick.
Shit.
The
me a
move
move.
is loose. The move is loose. The move is loose. Oh man.
So we are gonna go with Freiermuth. Why? Because that's familiar to us. We know this here on this YouTube channel. He has gotten us money in this specific betting category before. So we're going with what we know, and especially when he's at a plus 250, we're gonna eat that up all day. Chase Edmonds at plus 200. It's either him or James Conner that are falling into that end zone. Somehow, some way, the odds makers in Vegas are clearly giving us high odds on that action. They feel that over-under is going to outscore a lot of the other action this week. With that being said, let me take, for Arizona to find an ability to take away time possession and run it with Edmonds or Connor. And if Connor's not fully able to go, that's more opportunities for Edmonds at plus 200. That gives us plus 49K, pretty much, almost plus 50 on those odds over on DraftKings. That's where I played my card at. You guys can copy my card and do the same thing. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I like. This is where my gut and my analysis told me it is what it is. Yeah. If y'all want to critique my build, I went through and I critiqued everyone else's build. Anyone have anything to say? Did you like it or no? I think it's
I loved it.
I'm just surprised Herms has kept his shirt on, celebrating.
Puccini, this is it. What? What's up? Shout out to San Fran. Hey, yo, your Niners up in it, pimping. Yo, shout out to Cali. I hope that you're doing well, man. Hope you're staying blessed. Hope the family is doing good. All my homies love the Rumboyz, says Gary. What is good, Gary? What is good? 32-bit is in the chat. Yeah. What is good? Link is in the description if you want to join the 32-bit playoff challenge. Geek said I'm in that game. Bet. Let's go.
What's up, Geek? What's up, Geek?
I like that we went through and we did that. A lot of really dope analysis surrounding that exercise.
Herbs, you're tripping me out. And I'm not high. I'm sober and you're tripping me out.
The fact now I know he's never figured that out. Like the fact that Herms has never done and he's now like, oh shit, like I can like that's fucking.
Well, normally you have him right next to you, so he's not in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know what the source of my nightmares will be tonight. It'll be a combination of him doing this and then also putting his eye way too damn close to the camera.
That was awesome.
Viral movie. Let's get into the very next topic here. Now we get into like a little bit more, sports talk. That was just something super analytical for you guys and a great exercise at home. News surrounding the firing of Brian Flores seems to have divided many in the sports industry, in the NFL industry mainly. What are your opinions in terms of the firing? Do you feel like it was premature by Mama Miami or not? Raj, we'll start with you down there at the bottom because you finished that last take.
I did. I think it's definitely premature. They're fucking stupid to fire Flores. I'm just being honest, man. Shit. The guy went from it was 1-7 to 9-8. Not many coaches can do that. And if it weren't for fucking Michael Parsons being a god, they would have had the defensive rookie of the year who they selected in the second round. Right? And that was a Flores pick. Javon Holland was fully Flores. And that's the best draft pick they've had in a minute because obviously Tua isn't pending, right? But apart from that, what more are they expecting from the free agent pool when it comes to coaches? I've heard Mike McDaniel, the Niners OC, is an option for them.
Yo, that guy's awesome. Hell yeah.
You
gotta see that.
I like that
personality of that young man.
That guy. He's sick.
Love that guy.
I mean, if that's an option, cool. But is he still going to be that much better than Flores? And even then, he's an OC on a playoff team. And he's already spoken. He's already said, I don't want to focus on head coach interviews. I'm focusing on the playoffs. So where are you going with that at that point, right? Overall, dumb decision. Shouldn't have fired Flores.
What up,
They're
Steezy?
not gonna find much better. Fucking hire Gase again or some shit. And
Ugh.
Oh God,
be in the gutter for the rest. of your
We don't
career.
need him back. in
Yo,
the
you
NFL.
did not just say that
Yeah.
shit. God damn it, Raj.
I'm knocking on wood for you. Don't worry.
Finn's down for that
knock
one.
him-
Finn's down.
Robbie, eliminate him from the screen just for that comment.
Mute his
That
ass
is
now.
minus 10.
Hey, it's
points for
around the
Gryffindor.
horn. You get the mute.
Exactly.
Derek, take it away.
All right, so it depends on what narrative you're looking at, right? Like this is one of those that, from a record wise, absolutely they made the wrong call on this one. But you've also seen a lot of stories come out that he and Tua weren't getting along, huge blow up arguments happening days leading up to the firing on this one. And we've seen this narrative play out more than once. Coaches that didn't need to leave the organization due to their
Just
record
no.
and due to the on-field performance there, they will they'll move on from a coach to go with the guy that they think's the franchise quarterback there. So I think that's more a case of what's happened and what we've seen play out here. They've got several head coaches on that they're interviewing going through, right? Like this will be one of those that it'll be interesting to see which way they lean. Do they go with another defensive minded type of guy, or do they bring in a supposed quarterback whisperer such as
Why is the chat like this? What the fuck?
I like it.
they just want to see Adam Gase back in the AFC East there, I guess. But geez,
People don't know what they want.
right?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
So I mean, it'll be interesting to see because they've got guys like Brian Dable that they're trying to bring in an interview, right? Like we've seen with the turnaround that he had with Josh Allen. We've seen Eric Bieniemy on the list there as well. Same thing with Nathaniel Hackett. Like they've got guys that they're coming in to try and bring in guys to interview for head coaching that are offensive minded, have some experience working with developing quarterbacks, things like that. So it'll be very interesting to see. But record wise, no, I don't think that it was deserved. But if you can't unite the locker room, if you're not on the same stage, same pace that the GM and the ownership are, which sounds like they weren't around your franchise or supposed franchise quarterback, you're going to be leaving. And I think that's what we saw here.
I'm with the shits. David.
Yeah, for me, I think it's a mistake. I don't know if it's necessarily a colossal mistake because for me, Brian Flores, like I post on my Twitter page, I'm a Bears fan, obviously, and we got a shit show over there. We're trying to figure out our head coach GM situation right now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we fucked up royally drafting Trubisky instead of Patrick Mahomes. Y'all absolutely y'all hit the nail right on the head. I can't believe
No,
it.
David, you see
What's
this
that?
on my head, and I'm telling
Yeah.
you made a mistake hiring Matthew from the beginning. And I am a Chiefs fan.
They don't let us draft
exactly.
the
He was
players,
former
okay?
OC there. He
All
was, just unbelievably unimpressive while he was there too at the Chiefs. But anyways, I don't think it's necessarily a colossal mistake because with Brian Flores, I had a lot of issues with his addressing of like the offensive side of the ball. The O-line has been an absolute issue for years now, going back to the Tannehill days. They still have not even been close to rectifying it whatsoever. It's still probably the worst in the league, if not very close to it. Whether it's Eichenberg, Davis, Austin Jackson, any one of those guys, it's been an absolute mess. So his issues are not rectifying that, not rectifying the the run game. Thinking that Myles Gaskin and Savon Ahmed are going to hold it down for game in and game out. I mean, now they've got Duke Johnson, but none of those guys are the answer right now out of the backfield.
Mhm.
I mean, you're
Phillip
probably
Lindsay's your best running back.
what's that?
Phillip Lindsay's the best running back on that crew.
And even he
It's the
struggled too. Which was
Johnny's
I mean,
fine,
I was actually shocked about that too. I thought he would actually potentially thrive in there because I liked him during his Denver days.
Don't forget,
But-
David, that just came from a Broncos fan.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's probably a little bias in that one, but no, it's
This is true. This is true, Lise. Mike Tomlin is the only black active head coach remaining. Everyone
Here we
else is
go.
sitting in
Exactly.
higher.
That is bullshit. I fucking hate that is the case right now, and that's crock of shit. And I'm not surprised, honestly, with the Dolphins organization doing this. To be honest,
Yeah.
I honestly wonder what the intent was behind this because it really just doesn't make any sense to me. And his lack of development with Tua too. I mean, Tua holds some responsibility to some degree, the O-line, his injuries too, but not being able to get him opportunities to deliver the ball downfield. That has been a consistent issue that has plagued this team. and why they've had to settle for 10-yard passes to guys like Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle has the capability, if you ask me, to be the next Antonio Brown. I'm dead serious when I'm saying this. That guy is a special talent. Utilize him the right way. They're not doing it right now. And I think it was incumbent upon Brian Flores to kind of get those issues resolved. And he didn't when he was there. But nonetheless, 2 years is way too damn premature to just call it done for. They should have given him at least one extra year. The Dolphins are again in the same situation they've been in, for the past few years. They're consistently in a rut, and this just digs them even deeper into one. So I just think it was a mistake. But is he the guy long term? I don't think we were able to prove that throughout his first 2 years there.
Hell yeah. Let's see here. I believe. Give me a thumbs up backstage if you're ready. Okay.
Oh.
All righty.
Not
Front
you,
stage,
Justin.
backstage,
Not
it's all
you,
the same
Justin.
Nah, I said backstage and like all. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to her takes, y'all already know. Especially when you break it down to offensive line, the defensive line, everything like that. The thick six. The thick six.
Love it.
The queen of thick six, ladies and gentlemen. She's on a roll. It's Maddie Kroll.
The queen of thick six. Wow. I hope I can explain that one to my grandparents.
Maddie,
That's gonna be rough. Explain that one. Yeah.
Maddie,
What'd
what
you
would
say?
be worse to explain? Thick six, queen of thick six, or hashtag chubby chasers?
Honestly, my grandparents know who I am. I'm not ashamed of Chubby Chaser. What up, Gary?
Tough.
I like the big boys. You
It's
know?
like that's been a term, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel
I mean, different
It's just
context,
like-
but I feel you.
We're gonna go ahead. We want to still keep the flow moving. We're making actually really good time, and I'm shocked. But yeah, Maddie,
I had a little bit of FOMO. I haven't been on Rad in a while, and I was like, you know
So
what? I don't
said,
have
now I
a ton
gotta
of
turn
time.
off because my girlfriend.
Whatevs.
Hey,
Thanks,
Whatevs.
don't be
everybody.
hating on the thick boys now.
I was
Hey,
gonna say,
they're
just
holding it
put on
down.
a few. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Justin, go ahead and hit me with your takes surrounding this whole Brian Flores firing. Was it premature? Or what are we thinking here? And I love the point that you brought up, David, by the way, and that Treat brought up in the chat.
Thanks.
Well, he's been there for 3 years, actually. He went 5-11 in 2019, 10-6 last year, 9-8 this season, right? And I feel like people are so upset about this firing because he's like, oh, he won 7 games in a row. It's like, did you guys watch those 7 games? You know who they played? The Jets twice, the Giants, the Panthers. They beat the Ravens. That was cool, but each team scored like 1 touchdown. Tua and Brissett both played in that game. They beat the Saints with Ian Book. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then they lost to the Titans. That's when the run ended. And then I can't remember who they beat last week in week 18. They won 8 out of their last 9. That was cool.
Patriots.
But okay. So, and he still started off 1-7. He still started off 1-7 this year after a year where he finished 10-6, and still this season finishing 9-8. You take care of business up against the Falcons or the Jaguars, you're in the playoffs. Up against bad teams. They lost to the Bills lost to the Jaguars. I get that. It can happen, but you guys have mentioned the offense. 2019, 25th in points, 2020, 15th. Not bad, right? This season, 22. Like, I don't think it's a good match. Derek had mentioned, the friction between Tua and Flores. There was friction between him and the GM. I was hearing that, Flores really wanted Herbert. They wanted Tua. It just didn't seem like it was a good fit. I feel like he'll be better on another team, whether he goes and tries to coach this year or takes a year off or whatever. I think he's got a good future ahead of him, but I don't think it needed to be in Miami. Maybe some Miami fans are upset about it because of that stretch, but I didn't see those 7 wins as like anything amazing to write home about. There's a couple of good ones. The Texans were a team that I mentioned or forgot to mention that were in that mix.
Really quick, 16 likes, and we haven't even touched halftime yet. Y'all share the damn content. Keep running it. Let's go. Herms, it's your terms.
Yes, hello, that's my name. Okay, so the thing about this is that I don't know. I mean, there's a lot really needs to be considered about the whole tenure there. Because, actually, before I even go any further, I'm torn because what people say is like the reasoning behind this, is like, that rift between like what he wanted to do at quarterback and what the team seemingly wants to do. I really believe in Brian Flores as a quality head coach, but I also really believe that Tua is good. So I'm not sure whose side to take. So like that's already fucking with my head. But the other part of this is, I mean, shit. I remember a couple years ago when it was like, Chan Gailey's going to be the new offensive coordinator. I was like, in this decade, why? Like, what? I remember him when he was in charge of the Bills offense when I was in like middle school. It was terrible. It was just like, why he even got hired in the first place to help? Like, that was fucking bullshit. And then like another thing that went wrong is, it's just like, okay, he sucked. Instead of one guy, we're gonna have two offensive coordinators. That'll fix the problem. That episode of The Office after they sell the company to Sabre, and then Kathy Bates' character comes in and is just like, oh, so what you're telling me is you got two people doing one job. It's just like holy, like, dude, like the turnover, and like it wasn't just him; it was his staff. It was never consistent enough.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that was fucking a huge nightmare. But I will give credit where credit's due. What he was able to do to be able to quickly revive that defense, absolutely very impressive. Because not only were they bad, but they traded Minka Fitzpatrick to the Steelers. Like,
not a good move in hindsight.
And yet they were still pretty good. So it's like, like there's evidence of what he's capable of doing, and there's evidence of what he's not capable of doing. I'm not going to focus on what he's not capable of doing because, like I said, and we've all kind of addressed it, it's just like the offense was a nightmare. The coordinator's turnover just terrible. But if this man can find himself with like a good like defensive core and just like have some front office just like really tell him, hey, look, bud, the offense, that ain't you, boo. Focus on doing the defense shit. Be like a good team leader, but can we please just delegate this responsibility to this other person like a little bit more? And I think it would be a pretty solid move, man. I mean, like, God fucking and like I saw variations of this same take throughout the internet, like the day of like his firing. Like, when the person you just fired immediately becomes the top candidate for any open position, you did something wrong. The move would have been
BJ Khaled. You played yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the move the move was really just having that, like fucking locking him in a room and being like, figure it the fuck out. Like that was the move that they should have. Oh my God! I wish Pang was here. That would be. I know. I want to know what this dude has to say about this. This is his team. Fuck, dude, I don't know.
Fucking Pang had a.
I do have some insight.
Happy life stuff.
Do tell.
I want her to go before. I want her to go before me.
Well,
there's not as much animosity between.
No, go, Maddie. I want Maddie to go.
Oh, I just really quick. There's not as much animosity or hard feelings between Tua and him. It was between him and the GM and the higher ups. Tua was okay. Tua watched them make changes. Specifically, there was a couple changes on the offensive line. He was taking directions. He was giving notes, and the coaching staff were taking his notes. There were multiple meetings. Tua is upset about this because he's not sure what's going to happen next. He's gotten himself into a Baker Mayfield situation now.
Yeah.
Talking about 3 coaches in 3 years. The dude coming off of a major injury and no consistency. Like, he's the person I'm worried about in this situation. I think it was a terrible move. Absolutely terrible. And it was very political between the GM and Flores is what it comes down to.
Sorry, real quick. I've heard that Flores did want like kind of priority in making decisions over Greer. So I think that's kind of what Maddie's saying, and that's probably one of the reasons. I think that's where he's wrong is, a head coach trying to take over, like, whatever decision he wants over a GM. Something that a head coach just can't do unless there's obviously mutual agreement, which obviously doesn't. So
I just I keep seeing that there's a lot of beef between Tua and him, and one of my buddies coaches for the Dolphins, so like we've talked about it. It's not that it was between him and the higher ups is what it comes down to.
I always got the vibe that this was like a Chris Greer decision, about Tua in terms of like wanting to move on from him and invest in Deshaun Watson services. So I totally echo that sentiment. And two, also with what Herm said about the turnover in offensive coordinators, dude, that like further proves the point. I feel like they've almost kind of sabotaged Tua in terms of putting him in the right situation with pieces and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Herms, I want to hear what you have to say. And really quick, to your point, Maddie, go back and just watch the film when Miami started going on that winning streak. Seems very eerie to everything that Maddie is telling you. What's up, bro?
So, I mean, I'm torn about this, especially because, it's like, on one hand, I'm a really big fan of Brett. What's up, Mike? What you got?
All right, so I think Robbie got lost for a second. The one thing that there's been almost everything that's been said is true. I agree with everything that has been said. The one thing that I'm shocked hasn't been brought up, and I'm kind of glad because I've been wanting to say it, is that tweet that came out that supposedly he told Tua on the sideline in an argument or in a debate when they got mad on the sideline for something. He supposedly told Tua, "I should have drafted Mac Jones."
Yeah, I read that Michael Lombardi misspoke. He said that what he meant to say was that he got the vibe, but not that it was what was supposed to be.
Yeah, at first they flat out the quote. At first, Robbie was, "I should have drafted Mac Jones," and no,
fucking hilarious.
And he supposedly said it on the sideline after him throwing an interception in the red zone. I mean, it's just funny,
honestly.
But the other thing I want to bring up is I'm not saying it's going to happen. I agree with, I think it was Justin that said it. I do think that Flores could be in Houston. I really do, because of what's his name. That's the GM. Used to be in New England with him when he was working for Bill. But don't forget, I know they're saying it's not going to happen. And Maddie, you might have inside info on this. I'm not sure. But don't forget that the owner is a Michigan alum. I'm just saying it. It's an outside chance. He is a booster at Michigan.
I will say real quick, Robbie, throw up that comment from Slap Yourself about Tua and Drew Lock.
Yep, I was
okay. So the difference between these two players is that Tua Tagovailoa is a legitimate professional football player. Drew Lock
is a party boy. I'm gonna let you know straight up.
He's Drew Lock, so that's
Derek. You're just upset. Come on.
I've got thoughts on Drew Lock that we can talk about for like 3 hours straight, and I'll without even taking a breath, I can talk about that one.
I'll put it like this. In terms of Drew Lock, I'll put it like this. I will gladly drink with that motherfucker any goddamn day of the week again, but he cannot come and quarterback my franchise.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Fuck no.
Especially my Bears. We can't even seem to get the damn situation right ever. So hell no.
I'd rather have Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
I would rather have under center.
Say Dwayne.
See, okay, hold on. I fucking love that Steelers. I fucking love this guy. He'll just like randomly make an off the wall comment just about the Steelers in every stream, and I fucking love it.
Yeah,
shout out to
Steelers. What I'm here for.
That tickles your bias.
No bias, bro. What are you talking about? They're beating the Chiefs this weekend.
Yeah, book it. And if they don't, we're kidding.
Let's go have fun.
That press conference was just a ruse.
Oh, no spoilers.
We're gonna talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later, David. Because
one of the things that I just want to add and I want to state, like, I do believe that the Brian Flores firing was premature. If I'm Miami, I'm really sitting back scratching my head of like, who the fuck is really about to lead us now? But of course, it's the NFL and anything can happen, and someone can step in and no, I'm not even gonna go down that path. It is
the ghost of Don Shula. I don't know.
That's pretty much what they're praying that steps into this building. There's just too much turnover at very, very important, pertinent positions in terms of play calling here. You're creating more disaster for Tua
They should hire me. You know what? Actually, I am formally putting my name in the running for next head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
I would love to see you.
Better than
Dolphins.
I mean,
here.
they're just hiring anyone, you know, like at this point. If they're
I'm
going to
really
get
good
rid
at
of
Madden. I'm really good at
His
Madden.
head coach
If they're gonna
seems like
get rid
a,
of
like a
Brian
stretch.
Flores,
Third
they're gonna get
offensive
rid-
coordinator.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
I like the comment that Mike made about Stephen Ross though. That was pretty fucking. I think it was Mike who said that, right?
No, it was David. I think it was David.
Was it David? Who? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know, but shout out to you because that was. I
Thanks.
would not be surprised if something like that happened. I fucking love it.
Stephen Ross is
I mean,
a horrible owner. That guy
He's
sucks.
He's a piece of shit human, man. But
Terrible.
Yeah,
damn,
he's got some controversial background.
Dude, he's a Michigan alum and literally the school's biggest booster. He owns
He is the biggest booster in Michigan.
The business school.
I want to know how much money he gives out.
Oh, fuck!
It's unbelievable.
Let's see here. All right. Per the NFL, all right. We're gonna try, make this one fairly smooth, fairly quick. The 2021 NFL regular season averaged 17.1 million viewers, both TV and digital. Okay. The highest regular season average since 2015. NFL games accounted for 91 out of the top 100 most watched telecasts on television. Period. Throughout the season, there were more than 370 billion total minutes consumed, with Amazon and HBO and many other streaming services bidding for airtime and, well, honestly, TV rights. What service do you think begins to take the NFL to the next level? This is huge. How they even found out that 370 billion minutes was consumed and how they calculate that is astronomical math for me. How do you guys feel, Maddie? We'll start off with you. Where's the direction of what is the future looking like?
Wherever the most money's at. I feel like everything's going to switch to streaming. I will like to give I'd like to give a big fuck you to YouTube TV.
Oh yeah. Fuck you.
Anybody have YouTube TV and just get
Never
shit
mind
on?
the fact that we are currently on YouTube. It's fine.
Hopefully they listen. You guys,
Exactly.
it was in the middle of the Chargers Raiders game and just kaplunk. That was it. You can no longer stream this. Yeah, that's what I said too.
I didn't have that issue.
That's on you for watching YouTube TV, man. Shit, I don't know.
Ooh, they're the
You didn't
internet
have that-
Walmart.
Did you have YouTube TV and you didn't have that issue? Who said that?
Yeah,
No,
I didn't
I
have
just
that
never
issue.
used
I
it.
had the game on.
During the field goal to tie?
During the field goal. That's
Yeah.
Those philosophy point beat it takes away from Rumboyz After Dark. Oh god.
I don't know. Okay, that was I don't know what happened then. Maybe I just suck. Maybe it's my TV. But a lot of people had that issue. Anyways, I don't know. Wherever the most money is, I don't think that they are going to trap themselves into anything. I think that we're going to see a lot more overseas games.
Oh God.
Okay.
In England.
I mean,
what's it going to take to be your friends? Like, I mean, come on. Sometimes I'm funny. Like, I know let's just be friends.
you're funny all the time.
That's what I think too, but Slappy doesn't.
Yeah.
He's over there talking shit and I can't see him.
Slap
So
yourself.
I just want to know what the issue is,
I fucking love
Hiding
that.
behind the
Past
keyboard.
it.
He's
I know.
Good. No, he's good. He's
Shout out
been
Slap.
subscribed to his
Okay.
channel for so long, since day one.
Yeah, he's been
I
here
just
for
gotta know.
No,
Ah,
it's
he's
okay.
sitting next to his girl, so he has to mute whenever you talk.
I don't know. Honestly, my voice does get kind of annoying. I'll give
No.
him that.
And Matt, we love you.
There you go. You did it.
That's all I wanted. I want to be able to send him
Um,
some tequila.
Yo.
Can we get Slappy's info?
Hey, Slap, when you come back to Denver, bro.
Okay, let's move on. Sorry.
I don't know if this is like a unpopular pick or anything, but I'm gonna say NFL and Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you.
Now,
Lyman.
Nick.
yeah, no, and not like just for the memes and the MVP shit. Like, no, okay, so this year there was 2 million concurrent viewers on the NFL and Nickelodeon
What?
broadcast. That's a 245% increase from the year before.
2 million?
Damn.
Exponential
Kids will
growth.
watch anything.
And introducing kids to football. I think that's the next step.
I've never watched it. Do they explain the game? Or is it just kind of
think
like
they
fun
do, yeah.
graphics?
Yeah.
They do?
So
I feel like it would be
last
like a combination of like
They
WWE
do.
commentary and the NFL commentary.
Well, because
Very
I
much
know
electric.
I watched last year's
That's
game, and
very
last
entertaining.
year's game had Nate Burleson as one of them, so
Yeah.
he was explaining the game.
So we actually commentated the Nickelodeon broadcast here on this channel last year. Like, one people enjoyed it too. It was lit. Like, I was shocked that they were actually breaking the game down to kids.
You're like running the end zone and there's slime everywhere. Like,
you just can't mic up players during that broadcast because there was a lot of fucks. And I was like, awesome. I don't think the kids should need to hear.
They're gonna learn someday. Come on.
I will say I was super disappointed the weeks that the Manning brothers didn't do their podcast or their broadcast.
Their broadcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been more consistent.
So much better.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if Big Bang Bezos was like, "Hey, Mannings, bring that exclusively over here." But I will know because ESPN is owned by Disney, and Disney Plus is also in the bidding for this too. So I mean, like,
I think it's just going to come down to money. Like, who's willing to throw it out there? Jimmy Neutron's. Well, I need to watch these Nickelodeon games. I feel like I'm missing out.
It's like nicotine. Oh my gosh. Hey, Derek, what's your take, bro?
Man, it's a couple of things here. Let's get it to a place that's going to bring a Manning cast, even if it's not a Manning, that type of platform, that type of viewership, that type of programming notes in there. First of all, second of all, let's do it on a program or a platform where I don't have to subscribe to yet another streaming service in order to do this. So wherever that looks like, but a place that I'd be very interested in seeing would be like HBO coming through on this one, right? They already do the Hard Knocks stuff. And so, how interesting would it be for them to also stream the games of whatever team they're doing mid-season, in-season type of Hard Knocks thing. And you could see that production take place on both what happens on the field, and then it translates very easily into the storylines that they're working on in season there as well for the Hard Knocks. So that would be a fun one, I think.
And then you're getting and then you're getting a whole fan base. People are already cutting the cord from cable, and I mean, cable is still going to have their TV rights. And then this is also going to create more streaming or more commentator jobs because now they're going to be looking, to figure out, okay, like, I'm not saying like maybe. I mean, I'm not going to count out the impossible, but maybe one of us lands one of those. Who knows?
Yeah, Herb's on HBO. Let's do it. To the moon.
Just so long as Herb Street doesn't do another NFL game, please.
Right, exactly. But I mean, like that's also opening up jobs as well. So I like that you bring that up. I like that you bring that up. David.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm like traumatized from like last year's Nickelodeon game, from like all the bullshit my Bears showed out on the field against the Saints. But because I mean that was just a mess. But it was also at the same time like shout out to the MVP trophy. I don't know if y'all saw that last year. That was fucking hilarious. Mitch Trubisky getting the award, and the kid. God bless the kid. The kid like butchered his name on top of that too. It was hilarious to watch that. But as a Bears fan, simultaneously traumatizing. But I think also on top of that, I've cut the cord too. So for me, I would not lean towards Nickelodeon. I would actually lean more towards either Amazon Prime because they're killing it right now with the streaming of the games. Like on Sunday Night Football and Thursday Night Football and stuff like that.
And Bezos is going to buy a team.
What's that?
And Bezos is going to buy a team.
Exactly. I'm curious to see how that plays out. He seems like he's really interested in doing that. Excuse me. And then I would also say not YouTube TV, but YouTube in general, as it like the website itself, because they do this like game of the week regularly during baseball season. That's phenomenal. Great connection, great stream, great show in general. I think they even got like YouTube creators kind of collaborating with it too, which is kind of cool. I would love to see that. I don't know if that's going to happen. Like you said, you got to go where the money is. That's what happens when it's all said and done. But those are my two ideal streaming platforms. It's definitely going streaming, no doubt about that. Cable, that shit's coming. Like that shit's almost extinct.
I like that you brought up that point. We look at the angle. So I used to work in the cable industry, like for Comcast, NBC, Universal. So I like that you bring that up because when I bring that up, I'm like, hey, we should start looking at streaming. Blah, blah, blah. And now they finally do it. I like that. And
I kind of currently work for TV, so I probably shouldn't be saying that.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, hey,
what happens, I guess. At this point, it's already
pulls
said.
Out the confidential folder.
Yeah.
Justin, what you got, bro?
I'm gonna say a big partnership. I think that Oculus needs to get their hands in play here. I think they need to get a little dirty. I think VR will be the future. I like the idea of like the YouTube or YouTube TV, this platform, or Amazon Prime partnering with someone like that, or a tech company that's investing in the future of VR or the ease of VR.
Facebook.
And I think that'll also be relevant to our next topic as well, for like outdoor games and shit like that. But staying on track here, I just feel like that there would be so many opportunities for like pricing, like, hey, you can't go to the game. Maybe we get like another big COVID hit or some crazy shit, or I don't know, the swine flu comes back. I don't know.
Metaverse games.
Yeah. And so, all right. Here's pricing for sideline. Here's pricing for end zone. Here's pricing for 200, 300 level. It just gives you, a lot of different multifaceted opportunities there. You can, subscribe for just like your team, similar to what the NBA does. If you go to like the NBA.com app,
Cool.
like, I can just buy all my Bulls games and just stream all Bulls games or whatever, or I can buy the entire league or whatever. I can, buy the prime time games. I just think more options are what people want. We already have a ton already. I do like HBO. I mean, like, I'm just like, an HBO guy. There's TV and then there's HBO, right? I did not really stay on the pulse with the Indianapolis Colts, like mid-season Hard Knocks. I don't know if maybe I was I wasn't interested, or maybe the first episode or second episode didn't like carry me along the way, but I feel like they can do more with that. Maybe they get into like the VR game as well. But the reason I like YouTube the most is because they already have so much video content. Think about just people like us in this space and the content creation. If you just like want to chill one night and watch your highlights or watch tape in VR, stuff like that. Like, I feel like there would be a lot of options for that because they already have the platform and they already have videos, they already have content, and now you can leverage that even more so.
Yo, I love Justin.
It's the future.
Justin, we need to talk offline. I like
All
where
right,
your
we'll
mind
do
is
it.
at.
That was such a good
your
take.
mind
That was
is
such a
at.
good take.
Money.
Next level
Great
right there.
take. Yeah, absolutely.
Herms, what you got?
Oh my God. My biggest takeaway from all of this information about the viewership and all that, I remember when like all like the obscenely conservative people that I knew
agree.
like a few years ago were going to be like, well, they're taking knees. It's over. Nope. Yep. The woke mob of the NFL. It's going in the toilet. The ratings are yeah. Look at how that worked out. Yeah. That really killed the league. Oh my God. Yeah. So shout out Colin Kaepernick. Bless. And then also fuck. I don't care where they air it. I'm gonna watch football. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like whatever it is, I'll just be like, okay, so it's $20. Cool, great. What? I don't give a shit.
Right.
I'm just really mad. No, glad. I'm just really glad that like just all of that shit being like, no, football's over. Once we stop watching, trust me, it's not gonna. Oh my fucking
Ravens, what happened?
If they aired on the Home Shopping Network, I'll all of a sudden become a fan.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like,
Well,
I
like a
don't.
game show network.
I don't care.
1000%.
It would be
I'm
nice
a
to
game
be able
show
to
network.
watch the games that you wanted to watch. So just like Justin was saying, like to be able to subscribe to your team, like the amount of times that I have to go through the VPN disguising and all that good stuff just to be able to watch what game I want to watch is so annoying.
Not
gonna
living
break
in the
Sunday
Steelers
ticket. It's
TV
gonna break
market
Sunday
really
ticket.
breaks
There will
my
be-
heart.
There will
Like,
be
Yeah.
no more. If the streaming services win this battle this offseason, Sunday ticket's gone. DirecTV has
And it
lost,
should
satellite's
be.
dead.
I hope to
It's-
God so.
Dude.
Yeah.
So really quick, can we just all go around and say like what we watch the most of? Like for me, it's Red Zone. Like I want
Red
to watch
Zone.
single
I need
games,
Red
but for
Zone.
me as like a content
Yep.
person, like that's what I want to watch.
Yeah. I need Red Zone. So whoever, but the Red Zone, like that's in like a completely separate contract. But I think like
Yeah.
whoever wins this bidding war, we're gonna get what we want as fans.
Yeah.
Like I think
Right.
whoever wins this, like this offseason, there's never been so many internal moves from like organizations, players, coaches, GMs, and then we have now this whole new bidding thing, and then we have like sports gambling becoming legal, and like there's now more and more people playing fantasy. Like
I mean,
there's-
shit, dude. Isn't the same developer that came up with NBA Top Shot working with
Yeah,
the NFL?
now we have
We're gonna
now we
get
have NFL
NFTs and shit. Like, I
Yeah.
mean,
We have
which
never
I
had
still have no idea how it works,
bro.
But, you know,
Bro, once
Same.
you
Mina
Herms,
Kimes explains that really well.
Yeah, Herms,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
send
send
you
you
something.
Gary V also explains it really well too. Like, dude, once you get it, like once you get the NFTs, like it's like holy shit. Why have I not thought about this a lot sooner? Why have I not done this sooner?
You
Dude,
would
it's-
like it the way that you the way that you analyze things too. I watch a lot of Game Pass, which sucks because like for a content creator, like I go back and when I watch film, I'm watching game film, but I typically watch Red Zone like during the day just because I want to be able to see everything.
Like, see, I could legit go to the game and pull the game up with lock my phone with headphones on. Plus, if I was losing, I would work out harder. There you go. So it's like, fuck, like he like the way that the nerd is looking at it, I get a better pump out of it. You know, like all Red Zone, all Sunday, every day. Like I'm just saying, there's no better time right now than to be involved in this industry. Like whether you're a fan, you're a consumer of like content, you're a content creator in this space. You want to fuck around and learn about NFTs. You want to gamble, like you want to learn about fantasy. You want to make fantasy. There's no better time than right now because there's so much just moving, and it's all so new to where like the regulations aren't as strict as they probably could be. Like, so it's like now you like is when you get in, get money, and then when like Congress starts to fucking regulate shit and change shit, it's like, okay, well, I already got in, I've already made a couple, and I've already made a name for myself. Or I got
that would require Congress actually swiftly acting to do something.
Anything.
Thank you, her.
I will say though, like as a fan, I would spend ridiculous amounts of money if I could just be able to watch the games I wanted to watch when I wanted to watch them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mike.
Robbie, the one thing I want to bring up is I just looked at it because I wasn't for sure. The next agreement, cable wise, from 2023 to 2033 has already been signed. It's 113 billion.
Yep.
Wow. Amazon.
It's the last one they're getting.
Amazon is guaranteed the exclusive rights to Thursday night. It's no longer going to be on NFL Network and Amazon. Okay. And the other thing that
Bezos, damn it.
Bezos.
But Herms, listen to this. I saw something the other day, and this is why I looked it up. Amazon wants to make such a big deal that they're willing to offer Al Michaels the biggest contract in announcing history to get him away from NBC.
Oh, I love Al Michaels.
So it would be Al Michaels on Thursday night, and they pretty much said that Al Michaels gets to pick who he wants.
That's my guy. That's awesome.
That's
nice.
So I think the only thing I want to add, because everyone has great opinions, and I love Justin's idea. I'd go buy an 8 sets of just in case I break one when the Chiefs lose, because Robbie, you know how I get.
Yeah.
I think Amazon is going to be the end all be all when everything is said and done.
Amazon.
Especially if Bezos becomes an owner.
Yeah.
I want to hear from our listeners that are overseas because I know we have a lot of those. What is it like for them?
Am I considered overseas?
Waking up.
I wonder what they tune to.
Anyway,
I don't think
You're
so.
on the same continent, man. Okay.
I don't know.
Is everything streaming? Are they allowed access to
Great Lakes are
everything?
big, but not that big.
I know a lot of our Canadian viewers are watching right now. I don't know if we have our homies from Australia. They usually watch the show afterwards.
Good day.
I used to live in England growing up, and Sky Sports is like the big channel there, and that's where they air a lot of NFL content. Yeah.
So, is it still like region based, or are you able to actually access the games when you want?
I think it's probably like whatever like generates the most ratings. So you're going to see probably a lot of like Cowboys games and stuff like that. I think that's how it's dictated through Sky Sports. But that's that's the primary channel they air the games on.
So I can say this for myself, and Slap knows this. As a military veteran, we have this thing overseas called AFN. AFN fucking blows. But it's how we get American TV, and they usually just show like how you guys have like the full like a couple of hour blocks. You have the 1 p.m., the 4, and then or whatever. Yeah. We only get one game out of that block, and we tend to get the shittiest game.
Jesus. Like Jags
sounds like 2009 all over again. I got the Jets and the Ravens on and Stat Central.
Yeah, so I was gonna say League Pass abroad, and there's also international channels. Like I've watched games in India before. I left 3 a.m. and it's an international broadcast in the home language, so it's a legit thing. There's a decent amount of fans. I don't know how much money it generates, but it must be enough for them to keep doing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
More you know.
Yeah.
Let
That's what I'm
me
thinking.
just check something. Oh, that file did not get sent to me, but it's
And now
okay.
this is a good opportunity for me to advertise my new network, HermsNet. We are going to be putting together a pretty competitive bid to get exclusive rights to all of the NFL. It'll just be me yelling at the screen the entire time. It'll just be like, "Oh my God, did you see that throw?" And that's I'm the only commentator, only my analysis. It's going to be the whole thing. It's just me, football, Herms NFL, same thing. Just right now, yeah. See, on Twitter at Herms NFL. I've been working on this the entire time. So yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, we need to figure out a way to get Herms on calm because I would love just to hear Herms tell me a story before I go to bed every night. Your voice is that amazing.
I mean, the chat did request a Pickle Rick shout out from Herm. So
yeah, we didn't get that before.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, that was.
I would be lying. I am not Pickle Rick. It would be a lie.
Just tell him you're a fucking pickle. All right.
Wasn't it Slap's comment?
It was Slap's comment. It was a little while out. Yeah.
Pickle Rick.
Oh my God! Wow, that was great.
Whoa, wait.
Just like
good.
Holy, that was a great impression.
Are you Scottish at all, Herms? I feel like you could do like a good Willie from The Simpsons.
I was
we're
gonna say
gonna
one
get the
more thing
NFL on
about
TV, Morty. It's gonna be you and me, Morty.
This is off topic, but did anybody see the tweet that said Herms is or who was it? Pete Davidson. They said Pete Davidson is a knockoff Herms. Talking about your voice.
I've been saying it.
Damn, I like
I
it.
love
You're rocking
that.
his golden
I
lock.
like it.
We're just skinny white dudes, you know.
Hey, drop that. Hey, drop
it,
that tweet. I want to fucking retweet that tweet.
Somebody tweeted it. I read it.
Shout out the homie Casey Kasem. That was a very nice thing.
That's
for her.
there we go.
Yes, that was very good.
Cardinals are
it.
going to the Super Bowl. You heard it here first, says Golf Hawk. We appreciate you. Hey, make sure you guys spike that like. You guys have been fucking killing it tonight in the chat. We have plenty more coming up here on the other side of the show. We're going to get in to halftime. Let's see here.
Bring the kazoo. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Is your phone?
Fuck the haters that say a kazoo isn't an instrument. It definitely is. It's American.
Absolutely is.
You know?
It is.
Being that we have a lot of DMV here on tonight's panel. I'm gonna keep with the DMV vibes.
Wale,
shout out to DC. Yeah, because Wale's so gonna flag this stream as soon as I drop his track. Motherfucker's not paying me. We're gonna go ahead and get into a local artist from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Shout out to DMV stand up. It's my little bro Blake G with Can Do.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day they met one team partners and the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight. You are Monkey Knife Fight. We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey Knife Fight! Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife.
What is up, everybody? It's your girl Maddie Kroll repping 32-Bit Network, and right now we have our playoff challenge happening. This is your chance to go head-to-head with myself, Marcus Grant, Michael Florio, Rumboyz Robbie, and so many others. You can also win some pretty cool prizes such as memorabilia from Kill Bill, Back to the Future, and Star Wars. Who doesn't want that? Let's have a good time. Follow the link below. Let's make playoffs interesting.
There we go.
Nobody
Nobody
told me I was going to be on halftime.
Hey, you know, I make a lot of strings move and move a lot of chessboard pieces with not a lot of time to work with.
That was very impressive because I just recorded that right before Rumboyz.
Hey, I'm out of breath. Give me a second.
Ooh. Well, I have to log off here, but I want to tell everybody bye. Join the playoffs.
Take care.
Yeah, join the playoffs. It's fun.
Don't leave me. Oh,
Herms, we're gonna link up soon. I do miss you.
I miss you too. I miss you too.
Take care. Nice meeting you.
You know I'm
Check
gonna
out-
agree with all your analysis.
Check out Maddie on 32-bit.
Yeah.
Bye,
Follow me at
Maddie.
Maddie Kroll. Bye, guys.
Bye, Maddie.
See ya.
What is this? Woo. Woo. Give me... Fuck. Hey,
Robin,
all right,
you got to
so
hook me and
just-
Herms up with that artist, man. I think we found the third member of our bowling team.
Bet. I got y'all. I got y'all.
All right. Full circle.
Really quick. Now that I'm like gaining my breath back slowly but surely. For those that
and
don't
smoke one?
know,
If you need
Yeah,
more
I
of a
did.
break, I could just do like a popular version of a pop song on the kazoo. I mean,
bro, hey, you know what?
Don't you try to
Buy
mess
me
with a
some
good time.
Buy me some time. Actually, go ahead.
All right,
Go for
so
it.
here we go. Okay, so what are we gonna do for this one? I'm trying
Eye
to
of the
think of
Tiger.
Take On Me by Aha. There we go. Oh. Just, oh my God.
Take on me.
There you go.
I mean,
There we go.
both my eardrums just snapped, but I'm still vibing. So, you know.
yeah, dude, that's
hey.
what it's all about. And then I heard I had the
Cowbell.
tiger, so I could easily
Cowbell,
do the.
kazoo, trombone. Let's go.
Really quick. Primetime fantasy.
Sorry.
Survivor
Really
Week.
quick, Primetime Fantasy is also in the playoff showdown as well. You'll get to face myself as well. Another opportunity for you guys to be able
Why am I here?
You're here because we're talking football. But join our playoff challenge. Link is in the description here on this here YouTube video. We greatly appreciate all your love and support, especially over there on 32-bit. Y'all already know how we do here, man. It's time to get into the second half of the show. You already know. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rum Boys and girls. What it do? Dilly, motherfucker, Dilly, baby.
Bring. Hello, football time. That's right. Oh, yep. Okay, here we go. Let's get it done. Woohoo!
A hamburger phone.
You just have a burger phone on standby. I like it.
Do you have a burger phone on standby? I mean, like, have you learned nothing from '90s Nickelodeon? I mean, like, and it's off frame, but like right behind where my microphone is, I have that signed photo of Keenan and Kel. Just
yeah,
like
he
right
does
there
actually. Yeah,
right
that's
there on the
fire.
wall.
Oh,
that's a steal.
I'm curious what Schefter's
I'm gonna have to get
contact
one of those.
phone is. Like, is it something special? Is it a burger phone, a Batman phone? What does he got?
No,
rolling?
he has a
I think-
Powderpuff Girls phone. He has a Powderpuff Girls phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say either that or he has like one of those like novelty Betty Boop phones. Just like
One of those like old ass
Hey,
brick ones from like
Let
the
me
90s.
correct myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on,
You know, like-
hang on. Let me correct myself, Schefter. I do want the follow. It was only comedy. Please don't. Okay, like don't hate me.
He's a good spirited dude.
He's
I
a good
really don't.
spirit.
I don't think he would take offense to that.
Matty
I mean,
B gave me the
we
follow,
saw the
so,
man
like,
injure
fuck
himself
it.
doing the gritty. Okay, like this dude's chill. All right, he's fine.
Yeah.
Robbie, you ready?
Pick one for the team for that one.
Robbie,
Hey, Mike, hit it.
Oh, they're in sync.
Hey, we gonna be doing a whole lot of that
two,
tomorrow.
And three.
You
And
got to
four.
zoom the webcam back so we can see that footwork though too. You know.
Yeah.
Facts.
you don't want to see
Do
the
it.
what's sad is Robbie knows that I am doing the footwork, but no.
Hey, listen. Rumboyz Fantasy Network isn't big enough yet. Y'all need to just keep donoing.
Are we
because,
doing
like,
that
and then
Aaron
we can
Rodgers thing where
have-
we show people their feet? Is that
No,
the thing that
no,
we're doing?
that's on the only rum. That's on the only rum
Put
account.
that
That's on
away.
the only rum
Yeah.
account.
That is on the only room.
There's no Quentin Tarantino's in here.
Hey, you
yeah.
can win.
I'll speak
You
too
can
soon
win
on
a
that.
Kill, hold on, you can win a Kill Bill. You can win a exact replica of the Kill Bill sword
Yeah, that's right.
in the playoff challenge. Link is in the description. Playoffs. MJ, you are right on time. Tickets right now for the New England Patriots Buffalo Bills game are currently
Michael
at
Jordan's in the
$40, with weather being at 6 degrees. Would you be willing, to attend a playoff game knowing that it is 6 degrees, knowing that you are in Buffalo, New York? And also at this point, knowing that the new NFL standards for what it requires you to host a Super Bowl at some point, does it compel Buffalo at some point to get a retractable roof? We start with you, Mike.
So for the 1, 2, 3, 4 of you that know me really well on the screen,
Alberto Pay then.
I think you guys already know what this answer is because I'm a freaking degenerate and a maniac. Of course I would be out there in 6-degree weather. It's football.
You're from
Props to you, man.
California. You're from California, bro. I don't believe.
Yes,
Yeah,
Oh,
man, you would not
Look
survive.
who's
You wouldn't
game.
survive, bro. I'm
Isn't
sorry.
70 degrees
Yeah.
considered like, oh, we got to bust out the parka? I mean, isn't that like?
That's 60 degrees.
Are you rocking the Russian winter hat when you're out there? Or what are you doing? What's your gear like?
Okay,
Yo,
so
I got one
I
of those.
went-
Wait,
Me too. Yeah.
So I went. This is what's sad is I'm saying this, but I went to the Chiefs Cowboys game, and it was 40 degrees with 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds, and I felt like my cheeks were sunburned after I got done.
Oh yeah.
But
let's
I
crack.
would do this because it's football and I'm just crazy. To get to the main part of this question, no, I do not think Buffalo should get a retractable roof. I don't think Buffalo cares that they're not going to get a Super Bowl. They care that this is the identity of that fan base. It's Bills Mafia for a reason. There's a reason they jump through tables. There's a reason there's a guy that sprays himself in mustard and ketchup before every game.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, these guys are
thing
nuts,
is-
and they will stay that way.
My thing is, and I know that we just got done during the first half talking about a big money conversation with these streaming rights and shit. But I feel like when it comes to the integrity of the game, to require, and this isn't just Buffalo, this is any NFL stadium. I get the seating requirements for a Super Bowl. That's cool. The weather shit coming from like some of my favorite games that I played. MJ, we're gonna break down game props tomorrow. Mañana. We have Rumboyz NFL AM the next 2 days. So we're gonna break down all the games. We're gonna go into player props and all that good stuff. But MJ, I do need you to go back at the beginning of the show. I need you to get the parlay cards from all the analysts for anytime TD
Except for me.
You know what I mean. Alberto, same thing with you too. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, I need you to also do that as well, brother. Go back to the beginning of the show, watch that first segment. I think that is bullshit though. Like I get the seating requirements, but this whole remove weather for the sake of it just to be a clear game for a Super Bowl, you're removing the integrity of the game. It's fucking February football. Nut up or shut up. Give your nuts a tug and get out there and play football, boys. Herms.
Wait, so are you going to the game or not? I didn't.
I haven't given my
outdoor
fucking
game.
take yet.
Oh, my bad. I mean, you talked as soon as you gave your takers.
And like, you know, like I see people think about these things and it's like, well, I mean, you know, if we remove the factors of the weather, it'll be able to determine who's really the best team in the blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, for what? Honestly, like whenever I see people just being like, it's unfair that they have to do, and like this is a very, very small minority of people that actually complain about this. But like the people that are just like, no, we should just always have things in good ways. Look, okay, should the Boston Red Sox eliminate the fucking green monster just because, like, well, what this does to right-handed hitters? I mean, this is completely ridiculous. Like, no,
Hell no.
it is what it is. Like, these are the conditions that you are given. Okay, like, fuck, it's more fun this way.
Yeah.
And I will say though, I've seen the splits in terms of like what Josh Allen does when it's below a certain temperature and all that shit. The longer he plays in Buffalo, he'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like I've seen that argument be made. It's like, well, for his sake, it's like, dude, he's in like his fucking like 4th year or some shit. It's fine. Who gives a shit? Like he'll figure it out. He will learn to play in the cold. Look, Aaron Rodgers is from fucking granted, the part of California where it actually does kind of get cold sometimes, but either way, still California. He's doing just fine in Green Bay. Yeah. Okay, like it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Those fans fucking love it. They absorb the shit. They don't care what temperature it is. They're gonna leap through a table and go drink a shit ton of fucking Molson or whatever they're gonna do and get hammered. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Like if they don't care, I'm more of a Labatt guy. If they don't care, then fuck it. There it is. Labatt Blue. Shout out. Sponsor me. What's up? Hit me up on Twitter @HermsNFL. But like, it just I mean, god damn, like. I don't know. It feels like there's just something about football and cold weather. You know what I mean? Like
they go together.
Definitely. They do. It's just
like condoms and sex.
Sure. And in a way, you're not wrong. But it's also just even like the loose analogy that I used before. It's like fall, like playoff baseball. It's just like you sweated your ass off during the summer to get here to the freezing cold. Yeah. Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like this is what it is.
There you go.
This is how this works. If you're not prepared for this, then what the fuck are you showing up? So it's just like I don't know. I mean, like, as far as like, and to wrap it up, because I'm just rambling about nothing.
The NFL wants mega stadiums, though. Like, the NFL just wants mega stadiums where, like, there's perfect weather all the time.
Well, you know what? It's just I don't care what the NFL wants in that regard because to quote the Chappelle Show, "Cause fuck them." That's why. Like, whatever.
Why? Cause fuck them.
Because fuck them. Yeah. And so, but, like, honest to God, like, I mean, it's not much warmer in Pittsburgh, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as close to the lake or whatever, but Lake Erie ain't that far. Like, my parents, shout out Erie, Pennsylvania, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I was raised by people who just live in the Arctic, basically. Like, you get used to it. You get used to it. It's fun. If the Steelers were playing some really important game and it was going to be like 6 degrees and I was just like, hey, you want to go to the game? I'd be like, yes. I don't care. It's fine. If it's my team and they're doing shit in the playoffs and it's like, hey, do you want to go? Fuck yeah. Yes, of course.
Herms, really quick, from a comedic standpoint, you and I gotta reenact. Remember the fucking cornbread, the fucking corn for the pound cake skit? Me and you gotta reenact that for an NFL purpose.
Oh my fucking God.
Don't drop it. It's a Super Bowl prediction. I got his pound.
We'll have to workshop this. I'm definitely into it.
Busy. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm all about the cold weather. So what do you say, $40? I mean,
$40 and it's 6 degrees.
Can you get me there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess the only thing I would say, like, I wouldn't do it. Like, my physical self is like, you know, is it there a snowstorm outside and I have to fucking get to the game? You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to be. What's that?
Nothing.
Oh,
I was just saying, like, I'm not doing this shit, but go ahead.
All right. But no, if I can like get to the game with ease and there's no issues like getting home, I can go there and just, you know, get, you know, belligerent drunk and have a great time, then absolutely. Quick anecdote. It was the year 2013. Jimmy Garoppolo was at Eastern Illinois. So was I. We were both seniors at the same time. And we were hosting Towson. Shout out some more Maryland references here.
Woo,
and Terrence West, you know, he was doing the damn thing for him. It was a Garoppolo versus Terrence West duel, and that game took place in a fucking blizzard. I was there, but I was also able to like walk there. I didn't have to fucking do anything. We were hammered before, during, after the game. Snow, wind, rain, all mixed in. It was a fantastic time. I mean, mind you, we're young degenerate college students. We'll do whatever for fun, right?
You would.
But if that was,
you're the person who would love that.
I'd love domes in every stadium. Yeah,
Fuck
I mean,
that.
I guess if you just want like a purist, like you know, I feel like the dome demand not only just from the NFL, but from like fans that have been brought in because of fantasy, and everyone's so angry, like, oh, the weather ruined my fantasy championship. My weather did this. The weather
play
did
better
that
fantasy.
Exactly. Watch the fucking weather reports. I mean, like, it's called the Weather Channel. You just click it and it's there. Cincinnati weather. Pittsburgh
I work for
weather.
Dr. Roto. We
They also cover the weather on the NFL Network. So I mean,
exactly.
Most sites give you the weather report of the thing as well.
They cover the weather. Whatever fantasy.
Right. I feel like that's
You're
where
not
that
thinking
demand is
about that
coming
ahead
from.
of time. That's your fault, not anyone else's.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. And then the secondary is just the money from the owners. What brings home the most money? Wins. What comes after wins? Attendance. Because after you win, people buy shit. High margin merchandise, food, tickets. You can't necessarily do that if you're not selling out your stadium. But a place like Buffalo, I don't expect that place to be empty this week. I don't expect that to be the case whatsoever. Chicago, our Bears, they're looking like they're going to move to Arlington Heights. I'm not for that. I'm more of a purist. There's a little bit more nostalgia there. Soldier Field has a ton of history. It's on the lake. And I'm of the persuasion that if you have that opportunity and you're going to host a playoff game in inclement weather, that's your advantage. And it's your job as a team to leverage that advantage in your favor.
Exactly. They're talking about moving our stadium from Landover to freaking Northern Virginia. We're screwed with traffic.
Where in Northern Virginia, though?
That's
Where?
the thing. I guess Ashburn is like it's supposed to be like a fucking like
Ashburn's okay, but it's still a bitch to get to if you live off of like 270, like up to like the main area where everyone
Where
lives.
are they
like,
gonna put that stadium in Ashburn? Where?
And that's
in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It's
in the middle of nowhere.
gentrified as fuck already. Where are they gonna put this? Oh
I'm looking for the last fucking plot of land right next to the Potomac, and I'm trying to catch that breeze coming into the stadium. And like that, like that, like I don't get these teams that are like oh well, like weather and like we need retractable roofs and and let's make taxpayers pay more and then like like fuck you.
Washington ownership continue to fuck shit up.
Really quick, Robbie, do you think that would help the fan base? Because I don't think it's really going to do anything for the football team fan base or whatever they're about to be called.
Anything in our area, in our region, because of traffic, we'll never be able to have exponential attendance, even for regular season. It's because of traffic is the biggest factor. If you don't have an easy way to get to your stadium, you're not going to have exponential attendance.
If I can't get there on the metro and walk fewer than 10 minutes, I'm not going. Like that's.
Yes,
I've walked from the metro stop to FedEx Field. It's a fucking nightmare. I'm not.
I don't know why you.
Yeah, the metro's not even close enough. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, I
That
was
shit
gonna say.
fucking.
I went to the last Monday night football game that the Washington team played as the Redskins. They played the Bears, and that was Chicago fucking East. It was beautiful for me and like the people that I was around. But we dominated that stadium. They didn't stand a chance. Mitch threw 3 touchdowns in the first half. I was losing my mind.
Hell.
He didn't throw another one.
MJ, if you have a serious like DFS or fantasy question, I will fucking make sure I get to it. Okay. And if you really feel like you're not gonna make tomorrow morning's broadcast, I will do my dead level best to make sure I get you taken care of. It's my job to make sure I take care of my fans. I'm gonna take care of my goddamn fans. That's what we do here. David, what you got, baby?
So for me, it's funny. Like we just got a shit ton of snow here in Seattle just recently, and I actually got to go see the Bears game versus the Seahawks live. My first actual ever. Coincidentally, I've worked a ton of Seahawk games for work, but never got to see my Bears play a regular season game ever until now, and it was awesome. Even though the game was fucking pointless, and Nagy was like, that was basically his last hurrah before they canned his ass, But it was still nice to see. So I like snow temperatures. Snow caliber temperatures, like, to some degree. But when you start to get below like 20, then like for me, like I want the games to happen. Like keep like no domes. If you don't want to have a dome, unless you're like maybe Detroit or like Minnesota where they've got domes, because they get like feet of snow there. Like it's insane, You don't want to be playing in football where you're just like sinking through, the fucking snow out there. So I get that, but I love the inclement weather. I think it brings like an additional storyline to the game. You think about like the Ice Bowl and the Fog Bowl and all that. The Bills or the Lions versus the Eagles when LaShawn ran for 200 yards. Those games were awesome.
Calvin ate snow.
Yeah, exactly. And so I love that stuff, and guys get used to it. Like you said, Herms, you brought up a ton of great points with how many quarterbacks, ended up gelling in those type of environments. Peyton fucking Manning grew up in Tennessee, the guy's not fucking dealing with snow too much over there. Like he grew up in the South. So, and New Orleans too. So, they get comfortable with that over time.
If Brett Favre can come from Mississippi, could you just find in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Anyone can do it. You get used to it.
And I'm from Mississippi too. Like I'm familiar with that warm weather, that humid weather, and then having to gel to like a colder environment in Seattle. Like it's not too tall of an order to fill, honestly. So I just, I personally, I'm not good with if to go to a game, I'm not good with going to one if it's like below 20 degrees, that's just way damn cold. I'm trying to keep my toes and my fingers and not get frostbitten, So personally, as far as going to it, no, but absolutely, if you don't want to have a dome, I think it should be like, I prefer that, honestly.
I don't
put
think you should be
plastic
penalized.
bags around your feet and then put it in your shoes.
Yeah, I don't think that you should be penalized for like being able to host a Super Bowl because you don't have a fucking dome.
Wouldn't it be super cool if it just like they announced it's just like, look, 5 years from now, snow Super Bowl. The hype.
Yeah.
Dude,
climate change will throw a curveball at that.
Dude, if the NFL got rid of this whole fucking money talks and bullshit walks type of shit, I'm with it. But they want good weather games in LA and Miami and Texas and
meanwhile they put them in Florida and then they just get fucked.
Fuck Miami. My Bears didn't have fun in Miami during the Super Bowl.
Fucking months. 32-bit Dylan.
Frozen rain is the problem, but when it's just regular rain, it's fine. What's the difference? I don't know.
Make sure you guys subscribe to 32-bit. You know the vibes. YKTV, you know the vibes. What's up? What's up? Make sure y'all check out my podcast over there with me and the team. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Let's see here. Derek. Let's go Derek and then Raj, and then I'm gonna take MJ's question really fast.
So with this one here, right? Like we've already seen a game in a dome stadium get weather delayed this season, right? Like anybody remember out there in LA when the weather was coming through and they delayed the start of the game. So this narrative that everything gets peachier in a dome, I don't buy from the standpoint you still have weather delays on that.
Derek, don't forget the reason they did that is there's a roof, but LA on the sides is completely open.
Right, like
it's not a full dome. That's the only reason they delayed it.
Well, they delayed it because of lightning, but at that point, if you're worried about lightning hitting that, like that's not gonna, that hitting that building, that's not gonna help anybody out that's in that stadium for that purpose. But like I get it, and you're right, it's not necessarily a full enclosure, but it is enclosed enough that it's that the weather is not near as much of a factor there, right? So still get experience weather delays. To Herm's point there, right? Like when is Josh Allen going to figure out how to play in a cold weather? Who knows? Because he's been in the NFL now for 4 years. I think you're right on that one. But remember, he was at Laramie, Wyoming, at the University of Wyoming for 4 years before that. I don't know how many of y'all have been to Wyoming and Laramie in the winter. It's cold, it's snowy, and it's windy as all windy can be.
All 30 people that live in Wyoming are just they're great. They're ready.
So I mean, he's been accustomed to the weather for 8 years at this point. Like I don't know, it's one of those that you either get it or you don't get it type of thing.
Yeah.
I was
part
about
of the whole draft talk about bringing him to Buffalo too is like, oh, look at this guy performing cold weather. He'll be fine here. We don't need a dome.
Right, he's got a cannon for an arm and can throw it through the wind and everything else. Like, I remember the draft talk on that one. So it makes a lot of sense there. But no, Buffalo shouldn't be going and getting a dome. I say all of that to say no, don't do it. From the simple standpoint that we have seen when the NFC side of things goes through Lambeau and how much of a home field advantage that is. These teams that have to travel north that aren't used to dealing with it, it becomes a big deal for them. Same thing with Foxborough for a number of years there. Folks having to go into Gillette Stadium and have to play in the AFC Championship game, and when those things would go through there, it became really rough. Here's a really, really easy solution for every NFL team out there that wants to not have to go to Buffalo or New England or Green Bay or wherever the inclement weather that's going to be in these non-dome stadiums up north. It's a very simple, very, very easy answer. I've got it for you. You don't even have to pay me for this one. This is super easy. Win more games than your opponents.
Bingo.
Yeah. Plain simple.
That's it. You don't want to have inclement weather games. Have it where it's a hometown thing. Hey, Tampa Bay, if you didn't want to have to go through Green Bay, it's easy. Win more games than the Packers did. Simple as that. So when you break it down from all of these different angles and perspectives, it's insane. You don't need to do a dome for every stadium. It tends to take away from the games. I get the point that there is a lot of statistics out there that once the temperature hits 20 degrees or less, it drastically impacts the offensive performance of the game. But guess what? Especially if you're in a playoff team, you should have a good defense out there as well. And if you don't have a good defense, you don't have a chance of winning the Super Bowl anyway. So sorry, win more games. You want not to have to go to inclement weather.
Yep. Really quick, MJ, I'm trying to do some research to be able to answer your question properly. Let me know what tournament you're playing in, because I only have Saturday and Sunday tournaments. It's giving me split days. If it's giving you like a tournament where like it's like a weekend long thing, let me know what tournament that is so I can look at some values and be able to help and better help you. Because right now I only have Saturday and Sunday slates, and then I got Showdown for Monday night. And obviously I have showdowns for individual games, but I'm not seeing anything where it's a full weekend slate. Raj, go ahead and help us out here with your take while I try and look this shit up.
So as y'all know, I'm Canadian. The cold, whatever. Fucking got a weirdos using Fahrenheit over there. I had to convert it. 6 degrees, so it's -14 for any of the non-Americans out there. It's whatever, man. That's like hoodie and windbreaker weather, honestly. So I'm chilling. I'm going to a 6-degree game any day of the week.
Windbreaker.
I mean, I would fucking.
I didn't think I'd hear that with feet of snow.
Oh, so hoodie and a windbreaker over it, and you're set. Nice little tube, some gloves, and you're chilling, right?
I can get behind that.
I've gone to multiple dome games, right? I went to, I don't know if any of y'all are Hawk fans. Went to the 2014 Winter Classic in the Big House.
Yo,
nice. That's awesome.
Been to multiple Michigan games, and it's whatever, man. The snow's the snow. Do what you got to do. Bundle up if you're a bitch. If not, enjoy football.
Right
there you go.
Bundle up if you're a bitch. Put that on a shirt.
Yes,
right.
Buy that shirt. Oh my lord.
Hey Raj, I might bundle up, but I'll be there.
Good. As long as you're there.
Mike's the exception. He's not the bitch.
The liquor blanket.
That is true. He's from Cali. That works.
I'm California. Like I'm 5 minutes from the ocean.
That's fine. You're fine. But No, because honestly, like the best way for you to honestly, and here's my tip. Obviously, not the best medical advice, but here's how I got really used to the cold. Pick up smoking cigarettes and live on the East Coast. That's what you got to do.
A lot of darts.
Exactly. It's just like shit. It's 15 degrees outside. Well, shit. I'm jonesing. Here we go. Like that's how you build endurance to the cold. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's the
There's
tip.
some truth to that. Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, I recently switched. My
He's not
tolerance
wrong.
has gone a little
Okay,
bit
yeah,
down.
but it's
But
a
I'll tell you
wildcat
what.
one.
That's how you handle the snow.
It's a
Tobacco.
Wildcat one. It's a wild.
Kill
So
you
it's a
another
6K
way, you
wi-
know?
It's the 6K Wildcat competition that I think that he's talking about because that's the one that's looked like it's spanning between Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So if I'm doing a 2-day, if you bundle up, you take both back. Wow.
That's a delightful time.
Hey yo,
Epsom
I'm gonna be
salt?
straight up. I'm gonna be
Epsom
straight up
salt?
before I break down. It's for Saturday through Monday. I got Saturday through Sunday here. I'll say this really quick. I ain't going to no fucking cold weather game. Period.
Yeah.
Boo.
When I made the
somebody
joke,
had to say it.
hey, when I made the joke about like, hey, like I'm black, we don't do that. Like, no, like I'm kind of for real. It's a
Well,
thing.
Stephon Diggs is going to be just fine this weekend.
Exactly right.
Shout out to DMV, another
$1 million
Maryland native.
on,
The guy.
right?
So there
I'm
you
not a
go.
native, but that's all right.
No, I'm Stephon Diggs.
You're
Stephon
there.
Diggs.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Diggs is. Yeah,
I'm friends with his cousin, and one of his cousins is a bartender in the area. She's a very nice
Oh,
person. Yeah, so there you go. Shout out
I'm
to DMV,
from Illinois,
Stephon
so
Diggs.
I know a guy who knows a guy. Like I know a guy who knows Laquan Treadwell. That's about as far as I
nice.
get.
There it is. Jaguars.
Oh, I know a guy
superstar.
who knows Chase Claypool. So bang bang.
Yo, shout out
That's
Canada.
all
Shout out
you
the Steelers.
need.
Shout out Ken. I know a guy who knows Dak Prescott, which is pretty sick. Yeah.
Yo,
That is
that's
really
super
sick.
dope. Hell yeah.
Hey, it's
pretty
nice little
solid.
flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. He was a
Um,
DN for the Cowboys, so you know.
Here, let
People
me
knowing people, baby. It's a beautiful thing.
People knowing people.
let me go ahead.
People
Really
know
quick.
people. That's what it's all about.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. Let me go
Yes.
ahead. I just want to break down. I want to break down this question really quick. Without me being able to go into the same contest, I'm gonna try and do my best with what you're giving me. We're looking at a combination here between Dak and Joe Burrow.
JB.
I would
wanna
go
go Burrow.
I would go with Joe Burrow, to be
I would
honest.
go with Burrow, which,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Burrow,
already
and I'm
know.
not thinking twice.
Yeah, and we already know that's going to lead me into the stack. So if we're going Burrow, I need you to also cock out with Chase, okay? For your running back situation, I think that you were stating here. Let me go back to your backs. Where the fuck is it? Running backs, you were thinking between Damian Harris, Devin Singletary, or do I stay clear of that game? Maybe Joe Mixon going there. I think that this is going to be more so a passing game for the Bengals. I'm just going to keep it true. It's a snow game. I feel like it's going to be an inclement weather game. The full weather reports haven't been released yet, but I understand that you have to put these lineups in by mañana. With that being said, Damian Harris, it just seems like a power play. Like he's just been getting it done for us in DFS. Yeah, like you've been following the channel long enough, MJ, where I think kind of know where my lulls lie on that one.
For me, Damian Harris has got to find the end zone, or he's going to bust out for you, though.
Yeah. And honestly, even without
That's how you attack
knowing
the Bills, though, is on the ground.
Even without knowing the weather, let me just put it this way, all right? Like living in Maryland, we're supposed to get fucked by snow.
Sunday, Monday.
Okay, so like if we're going to get fucked by snow and we're that much further south, just
it's going to hit them earlier.
Exactly. So just keep that in mind. Like, that's just
and that,
yeah, because they're playing tomorrow.
Yeah, and it may not be a bad decision for you to just take the risk and eat the risk on playing 3 positions early. Joe Burrow, Chase, and then you pay it for fucking Joe Mixon. And then what we do here, what that allows us to now be able to do is we can kind of say fuck it on defense in a way. You're saying tight end, you're thinking Gronk. We all had Gronk somewhere. Like, there's a couple of analysts here tonight that had Gronk as an anytime TD score. That usually is good if you play a lot of touchdown dance on Monkey Knife Fight, or you play a lot of anytime TD score on DraftKings. if all of us are having that gut intuition, then I like that as well. For your receivers, I think that you could probably like if you're gonna go with the chase route, right? Because we're gonna go with that Burrows stack. I think that you can maybe pay down on a couple of guys throughout the slate, and have Chase maybe do a lot of that work. Maybe you get a Renfro, or I'm not looking at it right now. Here at receiver, you could go with a Ayuk or a Jacoby Myers, or
I have Ayuk for a same game parlay when we close it out here.
there you go. So yeah, like a Gabe Davis, I feel like can do you wonders. Right about now. Maybe looking at some of those lower costs, lower effective guys to kind of balance out that lineup. I think that is what you can do and help you out. I'll build some shit tomorrow, and I'll build it. I'm going to be building it slate by slate, Saturdays and then Sundays. Then I'll have a showdown come Monday. But yeah, I think it compels you to maybe find that one game and just hyper target it. And it sounds like based off of weather, it's going to be that Bengals game. And it's also what Vegas is saying too. Like when we look at these odds and these over unders. So yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, we're here for the fucking fans. Like if it's a coin flip between Cedric Wilson or Gabe Davis, damn, my biases want to go Cedric Wilson. So
honestly, I would
bad.
probably go with Cedric Wilson of the two.
Cedric Wilson, because
it's a Gallup out too, well. You know.
It's a contrarian play. Yeah, it's a contrarian play. Yeah.
No, even more contrarian. Zay Jones.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
I like the lineup Derek put on the screen.
Exactly. Yeah. Like tomorrow's shows, like over this weekend, really quick for all the viewers at home. It is going to be a big data dump over the next couple of days. Set alarms, hit that set reminder, hit that notification bell here on the channel. Yep. We can't control how much we can if we want to be fucking lazy. We can't control. We have jobs that we got to do. We can't control how much content the NFL is giving us to have to match and put out. So we're going to just keep fucking giving you guys all that energy throughout this weekend. We promise we're not going to burn out. MJ saying he's thinking Dak, Mixon, Zeke, Renfro, Evans, Davis, Gronk, Cooper, Pat, Stephens. I fucking love that.
I still like Wilson over Davis, to be honest, but I mean that's just me personally. But otherwise, I
agree with the Wilson over Davis.
I do.
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Mm-hmm. The thing with Chase this week, like I feel like everyone thinks he's going to the moon, and I'm not trying to like bring everybody back down to earth, but the last time they played the Raiders, I think he was 3 for 6. He still found the end zone. Yeah. It's just that I don't know what it was. If it was just because they didn't need to pass as much because Joe Mixon was just in his bag. He went 30 for 123. That's just why I like Mixon so much. I mean, I think Chase will have a good game, but like props and DFS, like I don't know. I'm just kind of.
That's why I'm playing Auden Tate. What's not?
Yeah. Hey, no, for real though, what I respect about that take is that it does allow those, it does allow a kumbaya moment. Shout out to AB. To be able to kind of, like so that I like Herms's decision of switching Davis for a for someone like a Cedric Wilson. Evans, I like the Evans play, especially when we see a money line spread that fucking huge. Instead of Renfro, maybe I go T Higgins. Like I just have so much. Like it's welcome to the jungle out there in Cincinnati. Like I just have so much. Cincinnati.
We got one game.
You gotta bust out the kazoo though.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
So like I would.
Fuck! What did I just do?
Oh, the song. Don't give it head.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun game.
God damn.
Roll out Zay Jones, Ray McLeod, Contrarian lineups. Zay Jones is a great Contrarian pick. Zay Jones.
Juju coming back. Ray gone. No more Ray.
That's right. Juju's coming off IR.
I mean, Juju's gonna be on limited snap, which is why I had Juju for fucking anytime TD.
I don't have him in my book yet. They're not offering it yet.
I need to get more.
No, I know. Then be like what plus 2,500. I'm fucking here for it.
Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Big Ben Roethlisberger recently is under fire for comments stating. Basically, he said that the team doesn't have a chance. The team is getting Juju back for this game against the Chiefs. Does this help the team at all? And was Big Ben taken out of context? I'm gonna be the only person that can say what Najee said. He replied on Instagram with the Big Ben saying, "Nigga, what?" Oh, Mike.
All right, so I think he was mainly saying this out of just to get a rise out of the media and more of a sarcastic tone than a serious, we're not very good as a team. He knows it's the last ride no matter what. He's going to do stuff to get the rile out of the media. Saying that, they're not going to win this game. I mean, sorry, Raj. Do I think he could do something? Do I think he could have a couple moments to make it look like old Big Ben just for,
nostalgia?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Derek's over shaking his head. No. Well, I think before Raji Harris got on air, Herms was talking. Me and Herms were talking about who was going to score and not score in this game. And I think Najee's going to get in the end zone. But other than that, I am not sold on who can do much for Pittsburgh, except maybe, who. I mean, I do think they're going to get to Mahomes a little bit. I will be 100% honest. And for Herms and Raj and Robbie, you're going to love me because you just know how I get.
I mean,
if this defense doesn't bend and shatter, we will be great.
Oh, God.
That's it.
I mean, can we not to?
I like the earphone there, Mike.
That's the inner psycho Mike coming out,
Hey, really quick. I want to shout out the Toilets and Titles, homie. Justin Stevens. I know so many Justins in this industry. I need to figure out something.
I know. I should change my name. I know.
But there's only one Herms.
Dude, I have all the Justins I have, all of you guys, that I have your numbers. I have all of you saved by your last names. But I want to shout out the homie Justin Stevens for Toilets and Titles. He hopped in the playoff challenge tonight. He's trying to win a Kill Bill sword or the Boba Fett. I don't know what it is. I'm a Star Wars geek. I can't explain what it is. We have a Back to the Future, the license plate from the fucking what's that card name?
The DeLorean.
The DeLorean. I couldn't think of it at the moment because I've been drinking. So if you're into nostalgia, you're into dope shit like that. Get on up in there. Herms, take away with your take on the Steelers.
That's it. Just a laugh. That's it.
He's laughing,
dude.
Just no.
Oh my God. They're not gonna win. Who cares? Oh shit. Okay. All right. Serious face. Ugh, okay.
Juju will have TikToks and catches. Holy shit.
Probably. The only way that the Steelers have a chance at this. To address the original question about Ben Roethlisberger being hey, we have no chance. Let's just go out there and have fun. I kind of fuck with that because first of all, he's old as fuck. He doesn't do it anymore. I'm
with that.
It's look, I'm sick of seeing his face. It's fine, whatever. If this is the last time we see him, fucking good riddance. But I mean, look, the only way this team has a chance of doing a goddamn fucking thing, the Chiefs collectively would have to be one of those things where it's just they're just hitting snooze. They're just fuck it, we're just gonna get to the next round, it'll be fine. Who are these guys? Come on. And they just really don't give a shit. And we've seen that happen in the history of sports. It's not just football, it's all sports. If you take your opponent for granted and you're nah, it'll be fine. And you just kind of
the Chiefs last year with the Browns.
Bingo. So just fucking don't get mad, Mike. He has a good point. But
they fumbled the ball and side their own 10 or something like that. It's not like you blame the players, it's just shit fucking happens.
Exactly. I mean if the Chiefs get caught sleeping a little bit, then maybe. But other than that, if they do any sort of semblance of normal preparation, then this game is completely pointless. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bruni.
Yeah. I think the talk was just, I mean, it was just player talk. Like Mike was saying, just like, I feel like fans, especially Steelers fans, would probably been a lot more hyped if he had said something like, yeah, you know, we're not supposed to be here. Let's go cause some trouble. You know, like very like that, just simple changing of the words. Like I feel like, you know, changes the narratives of like what people are saying right now about Big Ben, the Steelers. I don't think it was anything serious. As far as the game goes, yeah, I mean, the Steelers need defensive touchdowns to win this game. They need turnovers. They need to get turnovers on the opposite side of the field. Like they just need some nutty stuff to happen. Similar to like what almost happened to the Chiefs last year when, you know, they're down a crazy amount of points. They rally back. You know, Mahomes gets hurt and Henny comes in and saves the day. They would need something crazy like that to happen. So I won't have any money on the Steelers this weekend. I would like an entertaining game if possible, but expecting the worst.
Yo, really quick. We do have a real life current sweat for NBA right now from one of our viewers, Berto. He just DM'd me on Twitter. We need to give him a big Rumboyz, you know, like good vibes, like send him good vibes. He needs Memphis money line and Rockets by 5.5, and it hits. That's all he needs. That's all he needs. This is he took Orlando by the spread. He took Pistons by the spread. Sixers, Warriors, Heat, Cavaliers, Grizzlies money lines, Suns by the spread, and Houston.
I'm talking about the Warriors.
Oh,
hey, if he hits,
they won by like 35.
Yeah, Zach Levine got hurt. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. Hey, we have a real life sweat, guys. We gotta support the homie Berto. We gotta.
I don't know what that term means, but it sounds very serious. So
catch the wind, baby. Catch the wind and keep the sails right.
Yep. Yeah. I just got nervous for him. And he's watching us right now as this is happening. So I'm like, fuck.
Right now, Memphis is up by 4. I'm watching that game in the background.
Somebody in the chat asked me a prop earlier, and I told him to take both of them. He said they were about to hit at halftime. So,
oh my gosh, if it hits, let's go.
That's what we're Fox here for. And somebody else, Fox and Christian Wood.
As I say, Fox and Wood. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Those are always going to be low. You guys have to rely on one player out of each position this week. Who do you play? I gotta rely on one person this week. I'm being so biased in his Chargers.
It's not a bad bet, honestly. You know, it really isn't.
He's pretty good.
So we already know what it is. Like it's me. Have I changed all season? Like, why would I change it now?
I know what you're gonna say.
I mean, he's balled out this year, and the Raiders' secondary isn't exactly the healthiest. So, like, by all means, go forward with that for sure. You know.
And Chase, I trust. We won a fantasy championship together. Like we're like married at the hip. Derek, what do you got, man? On this topic here, I fucking forgot where we're at. The Steelers.
Yeah. Woo.
So sorry to disappoint all the Steelers fans out there, but
they do a good enough job of that on their own. Okay,
it's fair enough. Fair enough. No, I think Big Ben's just being honest in this one here, right? Like I don't see them putting up and even beating. I think Kansas City's going to end up covering the spread on this thing, which last I checked was 12.5. So when you're talking about a double digit loss in the playoffs first round, I just don't see it happening. So I think you're just seeing Big Ben, kind of coming out going, well, I'm just gonna speak my mind, speak the truth, and have some fun with this thing on my way out. So I don't give the Steelers much chance there, to be perfectly honest with you. So
4 verticals every play is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, that's true.
Who cares?
Fun is a very vague term.
True, but if all of y'all saw Big Ben throwing the ball down the field, I don't know, at all this season, it was either 20 yards short or 20 yards over the receiver's head. Like it wasn't even the vicinity of it. Luckily, they weren't.
Okay, well, you clearly didn't see the 2 50-yard Deontay Johnson touchdowns.
Just give him the old razzle dazzle, chuck and pray on every single play. Just like
30 targets to Najee Harris.
Herms, you'll know what I'm talking about, bro. Try and get a DPI call on Claypool.
I do not want to see Kansas City cover that game. I want to see a good game still. Like I said, hope for the best.
I want to see a good game, but I just don't see it happening with them heading into Arrowhead. Don't see it like Arrowhead's a tough place to go into and play. I don't see them doing it. Don't see them putting up a close game on this one. That offense has fallen behind a lot. And quite frankly, I think Kansas City has figured out how to close out games. And I think that we're going to see that one come to play instead of this, rapid comeback in the fourth quarter when Pittsburgh gets down and we see them try and come back and make a game out of this thing. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, you're going to see Ben on his knees, snapping his fingers. I am Road Ben.
What the fuck is Raj's username?
Captain Fat Fuck.
Yo, okay, so if y'all have ever watched Urinating Tree, the fucking GOAT, he used to have this series called The Days of Our Steelers, and that was his nickname for Ben, Captain Fat Fuck, leader of men. So I'm honoring my stream name to that.
People are so mean to Big Ben. I mean, he's chubby, but he's not like it's not like, with all due respect, RIP, but he's not Jared Lorenzen going out there.
I knew that's exactly. He's not fucking Drew Brees.
Plus,
Jamarcus
there are
Russell.
plenty of other good reasons to criticize
Jamarcus
Ben
Russell.
Roethlisberger. So I mean, we can.
Go ahead, Raj.
Cool,
Continue-
better than
continue
Brees. I don't
finding
know,
ways
man.
to fucking get me canceled, Raj.
Captain Fat. Fuck.
Oh no, shut up.
Leader of men.
Anyways, a leader of men. Super Bowl 56. When it all
Super Bowl contender.
Okay, but realistically though, the fucked up thing is I've seen Chiefs fans on like Reddit and shit like that are legitimately worried that the Steelers are gonna be the team to beat them. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Have you watched
that's not what I've
a
seen.
Steelers game the whole season? I don't know about
I've seen
you,
a
man,
lot of
but shit.
cocky Chiefs fans.
How-
If
how-
anything,
no,
was
There's a
pushing me
lot
to
of
root for the
cocky. There's a
Steelers.
lot of cocky, but
How our boys even have a winning record and made it here in the first place boggles my
we were supposed to
fucking
be a
mind.
4-win team. I don't know what the fuck happened, man.
The tie got him
Tied
in.
I'm here for
they
it.
tied the Lions.
Yeah, they
That's
tied the
true.
Lions to get in.
Hey,
Painful.
Well,
shut your whore mouth, Mike. How about that?
The Steelers need
I'm giving you,
Detroit
we're giving you an
early
easy
survival
win.
training.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth when you're talking to me.
I'm old enough to be your father. Shut up.
Yeah, that's kind of sad, bro. I don't know what you're talking
yeah, we
about.
played that.
Don't
card.
you talk to me and my son like that ever again, okay?
Yeah, Mike.
So is he Captain Fat Fuck Senior? No, man, I'm
Oh my god!
I'm playing. I'm totally playing. I did not feel like that. I'm kidding.
Go ahead. So Raj, go ahead.
Oh, no.
Just give us your bias ass take. I want to hear.
Oh,
this shit.
okay. Bias take. Big Ben thrown for 350 yards, 4 touchdowns. Najee Harris, 200 all-purpose yards, 2 tutties. Fucking TJ Watt, 12.5 sacks. And
12.
we're gonna go to the Steelers gone to Super Bowl.
$1 billion.
Ninja take there. Come on.
So here's what we're gonna do here. Here's what we're gonna do here, really quick. And Raj, we're gonna start off with you. I'm gonna skip over this fucking Giants topic because look, fuck it, Joe Judge, you ordered a shit ton of pizza, you threw yourself a goddamn pity party. Like, I don't blame
Joe
you.
Judge
Trying to
was
build
bad. There we
bridges.
go. Topic.
Yeah.
And he
Building
invited all
bridges.
his fired coaches with him too.
Yeah, he
It's a party, boys.
exactly.
A
So,
good
like,
pizza party at the end of the year is really how you should, whether it's school or getting fired from your
I
job.
just figured he was
Pizza
trying to
party
pay
in the
friends
Herms,
to pack
Herms.
up his shit. That's what I was assuming. Like it was a
Herms,
packing
don't-
party.
No, dealing with
Good
that,
for him if
dealing
he
with
pulled it
that
off.
dealing with that media, and dealing with the team that he was given, and David Gettleman as a GM.
No.
I'd throw a party too.
I am just saying that it is a good. Whenever you're at the end of something cool happening or whatever, just like a pizza party is always appropriate. That is all I'm saying.
Hey,
This is a pro pizza party stance, not an anti Joe
we
Judge
threw a
stance.
pizza party.
I'm
We
just a
I
big
like
fan
that.
of pizza
literally-
parties.
I like that.
We literally
I like
threw
that.
a pizza party in Canton at Giordano's.
That we did. That's my point. I think the ultimate takeaway from the Joe Judge firing is that
Where
at the
was I?
conclusion
And-
of a large thing
Fuck,
is
what the
that you
fuck?
need, whether it's a good thing, a bad thing, a happy thing, or a sad thing, the conclusion
Hey.
of all things must be a pizza party. That's the real takeaway.
Hey, speaking of pizza parties, I heard from a little birdie that Giordano's loved us and does want us back.
Oh,
Like
shit.
for real, like for real. So like we're probably gonna film a vlog there.
I hope
of
that
us just
waitress is
eating
still
and shit.
there.
God damn it, Mike.
I didn't say shit. I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. You said something.
And it's
I-
nasty.
she was awesome. She was an awesome.
You hope that she hasn't moved on from her
Big
waitressing job.
Ben is not throwing for 2 CDs. Big Ben's not throwing for 2 CDs.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh's not scoring
It was her
2
second.
CDs.
It was her second job anyway.
Hey, shut up.
Maybe she's manager now. I'm just saying. Like,
Oh,
there you go.
bartending.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So
Shout out whatever her name was. I don't remember. I'm
I
sorry.
don't remember.
Well, she's not going to see this. Why do I have to apologize? I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Pizza party.
Dude, honestly, hold on. I will say this: like, you will be shocked. Like, who the fuck watches this show? Like, it's the craziest thing, honestly. Like, once you find out the people that watch it, it's like, what? Why? Like, so shout out to all of you that watch it, and I'm always confused as like why you watch it because you're really fucking dope. And I just never expect you to tune into this type of like television. I'm gonna call it television, even though it's like YouTube, like because I've taken over. I'm
It's
probably
the
better than
TV
you.
of the internet. That's what this is.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Like Rumboyz After Dark is probably better than your favorite cable analysts that are not my friends though. My friends are always better than me. That I love my friends who are in.
shout out Marcus Grant.
Yeah, shout out Marcus. You see how I fucking worked my way out of that?
Great save.
I was like, let me not.
How can I pivot off of this without sounding offensive to Marcus Grant? How do we?
Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus. Woo, yeah. Way to go. You did it.
Michael, pick any game on the slate for this week and give us your prediction on who wins. And if you want to toss in like a SGP, a same game parlay, because it is, in words of Pat McAfee, the great Pat McAfee, same game parlay holiday. And I'm all in on the same game parlay holiday. So like, if you guys have anything that you want to toss out there, like give us a game. Have some fun. Raj, take it away. Like, who do you think wins? Give us a game of the week or whatever the fuck, bro.
Oh, game of the week, fucking dude. Steelers, Chiefs. I just want to see Big Ben play. Yeah, I just want to see Big Ben play over one more time. I don't even fucking care. We're losing, but I don't know. Shit, fucking whatever.
I got one. I got one ready, Robbie. If you want.
Okay, let's go.
I got San Francisco money line. Jimmy Garoppolo over 254 passing yards. Pollard over 33.5 rushing. Ayuk over 3.5 receiving. I don't have odds because my fucking book wasn't working when I was trying to put these together. So I don't know. See what that gets you. Most of those are paying like even money, and obviously the Niners have plus money.
Just messenger me. Just hit me up on the messenger, bro. I'm playing that card.
All right. So Jimmy has hit that number 4 out of his last 5 starts. Pollard has hit that number 6 out of his last 7. Ayuk has hit that number 4 out of his last 5. And I just like the 49ers more so.
What a guy.
Hey, for those that don't know, like this is what analysts do. Like I'll play your shit. Like you rock my gear, I'll rock your gear. Like we'll see what the fuck happens. And like, yo, it just makes us all sharper and it makes us all better. Shout out to every fantasy analyst. Shout out to every handicapper. I fucking love all you guys. Shout out to everyone just break down NFL in general.
Fun.
Like we've had every fucking personality type on this show. David.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's kind of easy for me to go Steelers over Chiefs, or excuse me, Chiefs over Steelers.
Yes.
What the fuck was I even thinking right there? I was on some other shit
on Twitter. Fuck you talking about.
Yeah. Edit that shit out in post production. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Patriots over the Bills. I know this is at Buffalo, but I think they're like the third time around, man. This secondary is going to keep Josh Allen contained. If anything, they'll maybe establish connection with Dawson Knox in this game where he'll get his fair share of targets. But I don't think over the top they're going to get beat too often. That secondary with Duggar, with Jackson, Phillips. McCourty. It is phenomenal.
Solid.
Like they are maybe the best secondary in the entire league right now. And I think they'll do a good job of honestly containing him. So I've got them honestly coming away. I could see this being like, I'm going to go like 23-20. Pat's coming away with this. Maybe a last-second field goal even with Nick Foles. So
I like that. Gary, before I hand the mic over to you, ladies and gentlemen, Bruni just did. Justin just dropped his parlay in the chat for you guys. I want to point out this build for you guys again. Okay, this is one of the strategies here that we point out a lot here on Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Notice he has built it kind of surrounding San Fran. He has built it surrounding what he has conviction in. Okay, you see a little bit of emotion or personality, if you will, kind of behind this build, okay? He's going heavy San Fran on this, hence the money line pick. I need you guys to pick this apart. I need you guys to study and analyze this strategy. This type of strategy does work out for you often. Your first tool is your gut intuition, which is obviously what Justin is going with here. Hits that money line pick. Everything else now just kind of starts building around that type of feeling. Okay,
You got to take your gut.
And if you don't like the money line pick, just take him to cover. It's going to be close. I'm telling you.
Exactly. Hey, I like your style, Justin. I'll gladly hit a book with you any day, bro. We'll just get drunk and fucking go crazy.
Just punch books, just like any book, whatever book it is. Harry Potter.
That's what.
That's
what Take It to the Izzy is, baby. Take it to the house.
Boom. We have Derek here with something with the build of his own. Derek, go ahead, brother. Explain your build to us.
All right, so this one here is all centered around the Vegas Bengals game. I see this one getting into a shootout. Like this is going to be one of those that we're going to be probably flirting with the over on this one early in the third, as far as how I'm seeing this one come through. I like Jamar Chase. There's a good chance Jamar Chase comes close to his receiving yards on the overside in one play. Hunter Renfrow will get some nice balls there, getting a lot of receptions there. And
was way too low.
Yeah, exactly. Bengals on the money line there as well. And if you're looking for an extra little kicker on this one, Joe Mixon anytime touchdown on top of that one as well. But I tend to stick with a lot of 4-leg type of parlays on a one-game deal here. But if you're feeling ambitious, feeling adventurous, I like the Joe Mixon if you're looking to take that to a 5-leg. The 4 that I've got there are plus 333.
I gotta build a new card. I literally, from top to bottom, have to build a whole new fucking card. You're a dick.
You're welcome.
Want you to know that. I want you to know, like I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, you're a dick for that.
You knew I was gonna come on here with a parlay and go, ooh, that's a good one.
Frank, I mean, that was literally exactly what I built that bitch earlier.
Just imagine if we'd actually talked about that too.
I know, yeah. Just so for those that don't know, like, everyone that's been following Rumboyz, like specifically like Rumboyz, like I'm like a closet Bengals fan for some odd reason. I just love Cinderella stories,
which disgusts me. By the way,
is it so Cinderella anymore though? Like with all the weapons that have gone off, like how many receivers with 1,000 receiving yards mixing with 1,000 rushing?
There has never been. The very first text message was sent in 1992. There has never been a text message that said the Bengals have won a playoff game. It is still a Cinderella story, dude.
Okay, all right. I can get behind that.
Even when they had Ocho Cinco and TJ Houshmandzili.
Who's your mama?
That's exactly
Carson Wentz.
Hey, shout out to Frank in the chat, yo. Shout out to Frank in the chat.
Carson Palmer.
A quick aside. I mean, I know I'm completely derailing this just for my own personal musing, but whatever, like, I think it was a fantasy football commercial or whatever, like whatever the fuck it was a commercial of just some dude at a fantasy draft who just could not pronounce TJ Houshmandzili's last name.
Yeah.
And it was just like, TJ Houshmandzili.
I remember that.
TJ, who's your mama?
Yeah.
Like, anytime I think of it, no, because I mean, you were talking about the Bengals of the past, and anytime I think about the Bengals from the past, I just immediately think of that dude, his name, and that fucking commercial, because that shit had me dying, ribs aching, tears streaming down my face the first time I saw that commercial, because I was like, holy fucking shit.
There were a lot of great.
I shit you not. When I met TJ, so here's the way that I met TJ. It was the most awkward shit ever.
You met TJ?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
2019.
TJ Houshmandzili.
Awesome. Wow. So fucking like, he's standing behind me. Like, I eventually had drank enough to where I was like, oh shit, the seal's broke. Like, so I went to the bathroom. Like, well, what I didn't know is that like TJ was already in there, like before me. For those who don't know me, I like to try and like fucking, if you saw me at the expo, like I disappear by myself when I go to the bathroom. I don't like people around me. I just
you don't go in pairs, is what you're saying? I don't understand.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not trying to hold your hand.
No tag team.
I don't know. Like, call me a diva or whatever. Like, it is a thing.
It's a logical preference.
No,
relieve yourself alone. I think that makes sense. I mean,
exactly.
It's a private time. Yeah. It's a time to be alone.
So I go in and like TJ's in there before me. Like, he pisses, I piss, whatever. Like, there's no awkward shit. No one talks to each other at the fucking stall, obviously, because we're both grown ass men. But we go to wash our hands, and he has me and Kyler Murray have the same exact fucking size hands. TJ Houshmandzadeh's hands are 10 times my goddamn size. He goes to put his hands underneath the hand dryer. All right, we wash our hands with the automatic hand sensor perfectly fine.
Blocks off the AC and the whole fucking.
Story would be cooler if you guys talked at the urinals.
Bro, I mean, a romantic comedy or something.
Well, we talked. He was like, you interviewed the rookies, right? I like, yeah. He was like, yo, like, hit me up. Like, I ended up like
that's
following him. He never fucking hit me back. Like, it's just whatever. But fucking like he dries his hands. The fucking heater goes off without a hitch. Dries his hands. Perfectly fucking fine. I put my Kyler Murray size 9.5-inch hands underneath this damn thing, and it won't activate. I go 1-0. I sit there, I look at him, I'm like, I go 2, and like after the second time, I pull my hands back, and I'm like, I'm not a bitch. Like I just looked at him, and it was the only thing that I knew how to say at that moment was like, I'm not a bitch. like he's tall as shit. Like for those who've never seen, like he's tall as shit.
Okay.
And like he's like, no, like it's good. And, like I put my hands underneath there a third time and it doesn't activate. He's like, don't worry, man. Puts one hand underneath the one right side of it, not even the whole thing, just like a little, like his finger just, and then cuts it off like
little swipe.
Bro, my hands are sitting underneath this, just like. I'm like, you motherfucker, you made me like a bitch. Bro, I was pissed, and maybe that's why I never got the TJ Houshmandzadeh interview ever, because I did look like a bitch that day.
I'm glad we went down this path. I mean, I think this was worth knowing.
He just gazed into your eyes and said, I got you, man.
He literally, hold on, here's what's fucked up. He literally looked me in my eyes. Like, and I'm like, and he looked down at me too. Like, you ever had a grown man look down at you in a bathroom and go, oh God, it's okay. Like, who's
it's okay.
Like, and you know who's Rosado? He has his long hair, he had his ponytail and shit. He was so gentle with it. I was like, whatever woman you're about to sleep with tonight, she is going to be happy. Like, he just went and cut it on. Mike.
So is this where the Bengals fandom stems from? Why you're a closet Bengals fan?
Maybe.
One awkward bathroom experience with a former player, and you're just
No, honestly, for real though, it stems from watching Chad Johnson and like those old school days of like him and Carson Palmer. Like,
that shit goes that boy. Man.
Rudy Johnson too is nice out of the backfield too.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Oh, when they had Corey Dillon, like
that too,
yeah. That shit just orgasmic. So yeah,
Bengals are trash.
That was kinky. That was kinky football back then. That was naughty football, like straight up.
And yet, who would beat them in the playoffs?
Don't do that.
I'll never forget too. TJ wiping his cleats with a terrible towel, and then that was it. The Steelers just went off after that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Never forget that. That was crazy.
You don't poke the bear. You just
don't poke the bear. You don't poke these bears. These bears fucking suck. They're absolute
That's true.
Right
those bears that you can poke. But I mean,
Mike, what do you got, man? What you got?
I think Herm still needs to go.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I don't know, Mike.
Just pick a game. You don't need to pick a parlay.
The Steelers are gonna lose. So there you go. That's my pick.
So I'm sending mine right now, Robbie.
Actually, fuck it, yo. I think the Niners are gonna win. I just really want Cowboys fans to be sad.
God, please, Herms.
No,
manifest that shit.
All right,
I'm not trying to pick on that audience, but
here we go. Robbie,
I live in the DC area. Fuck the Cowboys. I don't give a
Robbie,
shit.
you know I have a work event. So I can't be on air this weekend, unfortunately. So I am going to give my pick for that game right now. And my upset of the week is the Niners are going in there and they are winning, because this is the one game. Stylistically, this is the biggest. Robbie, me and you are MMA fans. Styles make fights, and this is the biggest stylistic slobber knocker of the weekend.
I love that word. There you go.
Slobber knocker.
I think it's
49ers have allowed the 6th fewest passing yards this year.
I think just the way it matches up, they're going to try to take the ball away from Dak. Jimmy G is going to be in a position. Shanahan's going to put him in a position not to lose the game. They're going to run the ball down their throat. They're going to use that running game. That's what I think is going to win. Robbie, if you want to put up my parlay card.
And Michael Hasty's going to kill it. Shout out, my boy. What's up? Hey.
So I'm right on with Justin. I got San Francisco money line, Debo anytime TD, Debo over 34.5 rushing yards, and just to throw in a Dallas 69.5 yards for CD Lamb. That's plus 1,000 on DK on a four-legger.
I love that. I love that.
I love that prediction. That's awesome. Seriously.
I got a 5-leg that said plus 1K actually, ironically too.
Mike, you know the odds for Lamb's yards on that?
Let me go on the book.
Like, is it high or is it just like minus 114 or 110?
Oh, for DK it doesn't say because it just says over under and it doesn't say. Or let me see if it does. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just. I can tell you this: if I take that off, of the card, I can see where it goes to. Hold on.
I was just gonna say if for some reason people don't, I like Lamb over those yards, but if for some reason people don't, because like I just mentioned, like if you're not feeling the Cowboys, I would go with Wilson. He's at like 40, 42. You know what I mean? Or even Schultz. I think someone mentioned Schultz yards earlier.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm almost done typing mine. If you guys want to buy me like an extra, like,
yeah.
All right, here we go. Name the song. Any song. We got this.
Smooth Criminal.
There we
go.
This is the best one.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, I got it.
So to Justin's point, real quick, Robbie, if you replace Cedric Wilson 49.5 over 49.5 instead of CD, it jumps it up to 1,250.
Yeah.
Run that card instead. Run that card
I
instead.
like Wilson a little bit lower though. Like I was seeing him like almost 8 or 9 yards less.
Yeah.
On what book? On what book? Because I play on DK.
Oh, that was Bet Online, but like I mentioned earlier, like I do offshore in Maryland.
Yeah,
we legalized that shit, but they still can't get their act together. It's fucking stupid.
With Gallup out too, I think it's a really good pick to pick Wilson. Get hot in
So
this game.
here's what. Oh wait, Frank says he wants one. He wants in on this action tonight.
That
Chiefs money line. That's not a hot take.
Raj,
give me Zeke.
I like Zeke's under and
49.5.
Pollard's over.
I like this. I like this. I like this as a singles. I don't know if I'd maybe put this in a parlay. I like this as a singles. I don't know if I'd parlay that. Like that seems too. I don't want to fuck up a parlay just off of that. But I'd definitely run that Frank as a singles. That's just my style on that. On when I see that line. I can see the Fears winning in all of Mike's body. He knows healthy defense will shut down Mahomes. Oh gosh. All right, so here's the card that I have right here. This is built off of
Akers.
DK.
Let's go.
Steelers Nation ain't wrong, to be honest. If the defense actually shows up, we might be able to put together a decent game. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, dude, if you guys do, I'm not gonna hate. Like, I'm not sitting here and I'm not hating. Like, I'm not talking shit like by any means.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, no, it's a best case scenario situation we're describing here. But hey, I don't know.
The thing with that Steelers Chiefs game, I honestly think like Big Ben is just going to go out there not giving a fuck, but like maybe potentially in a good way. Like
in a good way.
Seriously, I agree.
Honey Badger, I don't give a shit type. Yeah, like I'm in.
Yeah. Like it's going to start with him running out of the tunnel, probably chucking like a fifth of Jameson or some shit, and just heading out on the field and just potentially lighting up the second. I mean, the Chiefs secondary isn't spectacular,
Not at all.
So
no. We still got Dan. We still have Dan Storms.
Hey, I like the Jameson call. I like the fucking Jameson call. Doc Ellis pitched a whole game on LSD. So I mean, you never know. He pitched a no hitter. Yeah. Like I
have an 8x10 signed by him.
Oh, that's fucking.
Lawrence Jones also
and it's Robbie. He signed it. Pitched game no hitter on LSD with the date.
That's crazy.
I fucking love that.
I think David Wells was like plastered too, and he pitched a perfect game.
Yeah, he was drunk. He said he woke up that day. He was still drunk from the night before.
Yep,
fucking insane.
I'm wearing
Ben's going to be taking the Viagra.
Oh God, Bart Scott.
No. We should keep away from the Viagra, especially if they win.
Here we go. Though. So here's what I
PEDs
built up for you guys.
They don't matter if you're suspended. Or I'm retired. I mean, sorry.
Hold on. I have a Rams money line. We're gonna go with the Chase Edmonds anytime TD. We're gonna go with Baker over that 24.5 rushing yards. Why? Because I like to live on narrative. Why? Wesley over that 9.5 over. Someone had brought him up earlier. I believe it was you, Raj. I like that underdog mentality type of style of like picking a guy that no one is gonna really give a fuck about. Maybe even increase Wesley there a little bit, but not by a whole lot. And then I got the over at 49.5 between these two teams. I just think that they fucking hate each other. It's just gonna be an aerial attack the whole time. Like they don't like each other. Like, and every time they play each other is high scoring. Like give me it all. Give me the over. And that's the card that I have.
Yeah. So I want to say
loving the acres
one
appreciation
thing to Raj and Herms. Thank you for Melvin Ingram because he has helped our defense extremely.
He made that one play against the Broncos.
No, we are back to being the moment that we went back to bending and break, not bending and shatter, was the week that they got him and decided to move because they have him on the outside. They moved Chris Jones back to the inside where he fucking belonged the entire goddamn season.
Yeah.
And that turned our defense around.
Yeah.
Well, boys, it's been a great show. Really quick, we've had like this has been Bruni's first time on set. Can we give it up for Bruni? Hell yeah, fellas!
Hell yeah, you did it.
Fuck yeah, David, you've been here before. This is your first time, David. You're full time, so let's give it up for David.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's my first time.
Yeah. God damn it,
Mike! Hell yeah, dude. Nice job, man.
What is this, like the first time you let Bears fans on the show or what?
I know, right? Yeah. What do you got against Bears fans, dude? Yeah.
No, we've had plenty of Bears fans.
No, y'all have been awesome. I've absolutely loved this. This has been.
It's also the first time Herms has ever been on.
I'm a little sad, by the way.
God damn it. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go around the horn. Mike, you start off. Let's get into some sign-offs. I want you guys to let people know what you got coming up the off season, like what you're working on. This is the time where like moves get made. Realistically, the end season is cool, but this is when like business gets done.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can find me at Drop the Mic FF. You can find my graphics on Twitter. I would do it on air. I wanted to shout out LQ for putting me in his newsletter today. That was pretty dope. That was
shout out to LQ.
That's great.
You can find me on goingfor2.com. Some of my writing, some other stuff going on there. And you can find me Rumboyz with Robbie. And I know me and Robbie are going to talk with. I'll be on Rumboyz all off season. I'll be here.
Yeah.
There we go.
We live in this bitch. Firms.
I'm on the internet.
You got one more kazoo finale in you?
No, I mean that comes to the end of the show. But yeah, I don't know. I'm on the internet. Believe it or not, Fantasy Pros employs me. So there you go. I don't know why. I'm glad they do. I'm thankful for it. But
congrats on that, by the way. That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic.
But yeah, if you want this, Herms NFL on Twitter. I don't know.
Let's go, Bruni.
You can find me on Twitter at TITTHJB. You can find the Take It to the Hizzy brand at To the Hizzy on Twitter, and we drop fantasy articles there for football. We actually just moved over to the Sports Gambling Podcast Network for basketball and hockey. So if you're just a true fantasy degenerate, I'm writing for that website. And check me out on Twitter. Any questions you have across any of those sports, football, hockey, basketball, gambling, fantasy, I am the degen to know. So come find me.
Go Cats.
We follow each other on Facebook, and we always like each other's posts. We're like, yeah. It's like it just happens.
We definitely have some kindred spirits. We're gonna definitely have to tip a few back and talk some wings. That's for sure.
Fuck yes, damn it. That's exactly what I'm eating tonight too. David.
Yeah, you can follow me at David G Sports TV, where I'm hosting the Overtime Heroics NFL and college football podcast. We go live every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Got kind of a similar situation with Robbie, but of course on different days. So if you guys want to just tune in, hop in the chat, ask some questions, feel free. We're also debuting our change of show name coming up soon. We're actually changing the show name to something big with a nice graphic coming our way. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, But yeah, just absolutely had a pleasure being on here. Come follow me on Twitter. Come follow these guys on Twitter. These guys are awesome. So yeah, it was a great experience, and thank you guys for having me on.
Fuck yeah, bro. Anytime. Hey, shout out to Big Marketing. I'm excited for the name change.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Derek. Go ahead, man.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure. Justin, also wanted to give you a shout out. I look forward to your whiteboard display on Instagram every single day.
Thank you.
I don't know if I've had a chance to tell you that before or not, but I wanted to make sure I did. So you can find me and the rest of the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Good Old Boys FF. One of the best ways to help us out is to head over to our YouTube channel, the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button, ring the bell. We are going to be doing a ton of shows for you live all off season, right? We go live Tuesday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to start getting into those team breakdowns, breaking down, going in-depth analysis, team by team throughout that. And I know that we've had several of the panel members on those shows before, and they'll tell you we go deep into those things and really break those things down for you to help you get ready for the fantasy football season.
There is always a annual Rumboyz Robbie appearance for those.
That is true. Mike stopped by last year to help break down the Chiefs of all things. You can imagine how well that went. It was awesome. It was awesome. But yeah, just thanks for having me here, all of that good stuff. And the other place that you can link up with me at is over at the SportsMe. Head over there and give us the business, debate us over there. It's always a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. If y'all want the work, I mean, SportsMe is definitely where to come and get it. Y'all want to, a little mini format of this show? We can get it popping.
You want to debate? Let's do it.
Let's go. Raj.
Oh shit. Follow me on Twitter at Rumboyz Raj.
Sleeping
if you
over
want
there.
my Instagram, yeah, just about, man. If you want my Instagram, shoot me a DM. Get to talking on there. For the off season, I'm start grinding with the graphics. Putting that shit out, and that's about it. But yeah, shoot me a follow. I'm gonna be giving out free wallpapers soon, so let me know what y'all want, and I'll get that done for you. So that's about it.
Hell yeah. Hey y'all, you already know
and a hand dryer.
Fucking God, all y'all assholes. You already know the vibes. Make sure you guys join our playoff challenge. Link is in the description. Hit up 32-bit. You already know it's so legit. We never quit. Also, hit us up on Monkey Knife Fight if you are into DFS, player props, all that good shit. We got you covered over there with promo code Rumboyz. I'm going to match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100, and me and the team as well. We backing that as well. So, you already know the vibes. Use our promo code. It happens automatic, all right? Hit up the SportsMe app if you want to debate us or, ask us questions, you need advice or whatever, bets. We got you, okay? Other than that, you already know how we gotta do. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. And all the Rumboys and girls, what it do.
Dilly.
Happy Friday. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning.